All right, here we go.
Call 954-939-1500 and talk to the owner, Scott. That's 954-939-1500 or cutmykilowatts.com. Estimates given on the phone, work done in days, not weeks, easier than ordering a pizza.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, welcome to the program, everyone. It is Friday, October 4th, 2024. My name is Brian Craig, and you are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. We have so much to cover today. CNN has projected Donald Trump as the winner of the presidential election, which is amazing. We're going to get into that. But I wanted to start with Bruce Springsteen and his endorsement of Kamala and Tim Walz. Now, first off, I will tell you right out the box, I have never been a fan of Bruce Springsteen. I remember when all my friends had the Born in the USA album, the actual album, and now this is just my opinion, okay? By the way, is Bruce Springsteen in the mix during the day, Mike, on the station? I don't know. But I've never been a fan of Bruce Springsteen, ever. Before I knew about his politics, I always thought, and maybe you disagree with this, I don't know, but I always thought Bruce Springsteen, when he sings, sounds like he's straining to go to the bathroom. That's how I've always thought Bruce Springsteen sounded. He's a very overrated guy, in my opinion. But hey, it's art, it's music, and we all have our own favorites and taste and likes and dislikes. You know, if I went through all this, my favorite bands and everything else and singers, you might disagree. But Bruce Springsteen, I think, is probably one of the most overrated performers. You know, he got lucky with the Born in the USA, you know, Ronald Reagan, like that. That was a big song, you know, but there's a problem with that song. And I'm going to play for you Bruce Springsteen's endorsement, and then we're going to explore Bruce Springsteen a little bit, because there's some issues. There's some issues with Bruce Springsteen that you may not be aware of, that I'm going to share with you coming up. But first, let's get through his endorsement of Kamala Harris. They put him in a diner, Bruce Springsteen. Let me cue this up. I wasn't going to do this right at the top. I was going to talk about CNN projecting Donald Trump as the winner of the presidential election, but I watched the full video of Springsteen's endorsement, and I couldn't help myself. So here he is. This is Bruce, the boss, with his pathetic endorsement. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Bruce Springsteen. Friends, fans, and the press have asked me who I'm supporting in this most important of elections. And with full knowledge of my opinions, no more or less important than those of any of my fellow citizens, here's my answer.
Oh, my good. Now, first off, with Springsteen, you know, for him to say, no, he sounds like, he can hardly speak. But Springsteen says he knows that his opinion is no more important than his fellow citizens, which in his mind means that he does think it's more important because he's the boss.
Bruce Springsteen. Friends, fans, and the press have asked me who I'm supporting in this most important of elections. And with full knowledge of my opinions, no more or less important than those of any of my fellow citizens, here's my answer. I'm supporting Kamala Harris for president and Tim Walz for vice president, and opposing Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Here's why.
Yeah, because you're a liberal jerk. And wait till we explore a little bit of Bruce Springsteen, but here's why.
We are shortly coming upon one of the most consequential elections in our nation's history. Perhaps not since the Civil War has this great country felt as politically, spiritually, and emotionally divided as it does then at this moment.
Really? What about in 1968 when Bobby and MLK were both killed? What about that? You know, and we had all those Vietnam protests going around. We had a decade of an anti-war movement, and Lyndon Johnson, who is responsible for over 50,000 Americans dead, But this is war. But Donald Trump, who not only didn't start any new wars, first president since the Second World War not to do that, he ended all the wars. He's the dangerous one.
It doesn't have to be this way. The common values, the shared stories that make us a great and united nation are waiting to be rediscovered and retold once again. Now that will take time, hard work, intelligence, faith, and women and men with the national good guiding their hearts. America is the most powerful nation on earth, not just because of her overwhelming military strength or economic power, but because of what she stands for, what she means, what she believes in. Freedom, social justice, equal opportunity, the right to be in love who you want.
The right to be in love who you want? I think they should have done a retake on that. By the way, the right to be in love who you want, is Donald Trump opposed to that? I'm unaware of Donald Trump's platform position where he says you will not have the right to love who you want to love. But Bruce Springsteen seems to,
Social justice, equal opportunity, the right to be in love who you want. These are the things that make America great. Donald Trump is the most dangerous candidate for president in my lifetime.
Really? Really? More so than Lyndon Johnson, who got 50... There's 58,000 American names on that wall in D.C. thanks to Lyndon Johnson. Trump's more dangerous than that? Who ended the wars, Bruce?
For the sanctity of our Constitution, the sanctity of democracy, the sanctity of the rule of law, and the sanctity of the peaceful transfer of power should disqualify him from the office of president ever again. He doesn't understand the meaning of this country, its history, or what it means to be deeply American. On the other hand, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are committed to a vision of this country that respects and includes everyone, regardless of class, religion, race, your political point of view, or sexual identity. And they want to grow our economy in a way that benefits all, not just a few like me.
Yeah, I wonder if the boss here, who I understand sold his record catalog for $500 million, what sucker bought that? Do you think Bruce takes those Trump tax cuts?
On top. That's the vision of America I've been consistently writing about for 55 years. Now, everybody sees things different, and I respect your choice as a fellow citizen.
Oh, thank you.
Like you, I've only got one vote, and it's one of the most precious possessions that I have. That's why, come November 5th, I'll be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Now, I got a couple things here I want to point out before we break. We're going to take this one late, Mike. This is because Bruce Springsteen, this guy, look at who Kamala, you know what? Let's take the break because I don't want to cut this one short. Kamala Harris, in the last 24 hours, has gotten the endorsements of very questionable people. Bruce Springsteen and Liz Cheney. Let's take our break. We'll talk about it after this.
Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in on the action. Call the Steve Kane Show live on air now. 888-GO-KANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Hey, it's Scott Shannon with a subtle reminder that I'm back on the air this morning right after 10 a.m. with more of your favorite oldies on South Florida.
Okay, let me get all this.
Start it all for just $14.95 with the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout. It's made in the USA. It comes with a 10-year warranty. Don't wait. Order yours right now. Go to mypillow.com/Kane. That's mypillow.com/.
My wife got me this. Is this nice? Is that super cool or what?
Hi, this is Maureen Cohen from Nutrition World Palm Beach Gardens. We're so excited to be celebrating 50 years here in South
Okay.
Florida. The Cohen family started their first health food store in 1972, and ever since have been one of the largest locally owned family-run health food stores in the area. We carry thousands of supplements like vitamins, minerals, herbs, homeopathics, diet and fitness, and so much more. All your favorite top-quality brands. We also have tons of natural
All
foods like
right.
gluten-free, paleo, and organic.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna get to
Health
Bruce.
ingredients, foods, and more.
Don't you
Visit
worry.
Vanessa, Trish, Denson, Scott, and Bruce. They're here 7 days a
To
week
your
for all
week-
your family's natural health needs. So stop by Nutrition World at the Northeast
Start to
corner
your
of Peachtree
weekend.
Boulevard and Prosperity Farms Road in the Carmine's Market Plaza by the Prosperity entrance. You can call us or text us anytime at 561-626-4377. That's 626-4377. Or check out our website at nutritionworld.com. Come see us 7 days a week at Nutrition World, Palm Beach Gardens.
Have you put off buying new tires because you thought they were too expensive? Find
There you go.
friendly prices at Friendly Tire and Margate on both new and
All right, hold on. We'll finish up with Bruce. No, Bruce Springsteen can't sing. He sounds like he's straining to go to the bathroom. I've always said that about Springsteen. Yeah, my wife got this for me. Is this not super cool? I love it.
954-977-9445.
Need to stay cool? Yes, all year. Need help today? Yes, all year. Zero down financing? Yes, all year. Call us today at 833 all year. That's 833 all year.
Now back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Listen in the Palm Beaches on 95.9 FM, the Treasure Coast on 106.9 FM, in Boca on 95.3 FM, Fort Lauderdale on 96.9 FM, and anywhere in the world at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
All righty, we're back. 16 minutes after. All right, so let me get back to Bruce Springsteen. And again, I have never liked Bruce Springsteen's music ever, even before politics. You know, okay, but so he endorses Kamala yesterday.
Hi, I'm Bruce Springsteen.
Oh my goodness, he can't even hardly say his name.
Fans and the press have asked me who I'm supporting in this most important of elections. And with full knowledge of my opinions, no more or less important than those of any of my fellow citizens.
Really? Then why do you got to tell it? If your opinion's no more important, why do you got to tell us all it's not more important? Because you think it's more important, jerk.
I'm supporting Kamala Harris for president and Tim Walz for vice president.
Okay, so I got a couple questions here. You know, what we've been told by the left is that if someone endorses you, you are responsible for everything in their life, right? Like some nutcases that want publicity will come out and endorse Trump from time to time, so everyone's talking about them, and then all of a sudden Trump supposedly is responsible for them and everything they've said. So I pulled up the lyrics for a couple of Bruce Springsteen's songs. Born in the USA, that's his signature song, is the one he's most known for. And I know this song by heart because they used to play it on the radio every 5 minutes. It was played so much, you could listen to it on one radio station, flip around and found another station that was playing. So I know the lyrics, but I pulled up the lyrics, and I got a question about this one verse. Now again, we're told that when someone endorses you for president, you are responsible for everything they've ever said or done in their life. It's as if you said it. It's as if you did it. Okay. In the second verse of Born in the USA, I'm not going to sing. I'm just going to read it. This is it. Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA. He just endorsed Kamala Harris. This is verse 2. Got in a little hometown jam, so they put a rifle in my hand. Sent me off to a foreign land to go and kill the yellow man. Now, yellow man, is that not a racist slur against Asian people? Is that not an Asian slur against the Chinese and the Vietnamese people who we were fighting in Vietnam? He's calling Asian people yellow people. But that's not the worst of it. That's just one question. That's just the first one. I want to explain. Is that a racial slur? If I call someone who's Asian yellow, is that a slur? Is that a racial slur? But this is the biggest one. One of Bruce Springsteen's biggest hits is one of the creepiest songs ever to top the charts. I'm on Fire. Oh, yeah. I remember the first time I heard I'm on Fire. They debuted the video on Entertainment Tonight. It was like 84-ish. Now, this is one of the... This is who's endorsing Kamala Harris. That's why I'm talking about this. Now, I want to go through these lyrics of Bruce Springsteen's I'm on Fire, and you let me know. Is this a creeper song or what? If Garth Brooks is listening, maybe he could weigh in. Okay, here we go. I'm on Fire, starting right at the top by Bruce Springsteen, who just endorsed Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Whoa! Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go away and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. What the heck? What does that mean? Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go away and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. What does that mean, Bruce? Hey, Kamala. That sounds creepy to me. Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? And can he do to you the things that I do? What? What? Do you imagine? Oh no, I could take you higher. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. What? Going down to verse 3 of Bruce Springsteen's I'm on Fire. At night, I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head. Only you can cool my desire. And then he says, oh, 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 I'm on fire a whole bunch of times. But you put that together with the first lyric, hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go away and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? And can he do to you all the things that I do? This is who is endorsing Kamala Harris? This is a creeper of a song, my goodness. Who talks this way? Creeps, that's who. So she gets this endorsement. They're all celebrating. He's using racial slurs to describe Asian people. He's writing a song filled with all kinds of sexual innuendo about a little girl who wants to know if daddy's home or if she's home alone. And then she parades around with Ava Braun in Wisconsin yesterday, Liz Cheney, and gets the endorsement of the daughter of a man who lied about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq and took us into a bloody war where millions of people have had their lives destroyed. You know, you ever watch Wounded Warriors and Tunnel to Tower commercials? My wife and I both donate. We donate to both of those charities every month and have for as long as we've known about them. When you see those guys that are missing legs and arms and they've got all kinds of problems, or maybe it's a pretty widow with the children and the husband was lost in the war. Liz Cheney, all those fancy clothes she was wearing yesterday, that's what paid for them. Her war criminal's father lied to get us into a war. And people's lives have been lost. Men have lost limbs. And have many other terrible things. She is a vile war criminal who wants more war because that's how her family makes the money. So I'm here to ask you this. One, is Bruce Springsteen a creep with that song, or am I reading too much into I'm on Fire? When Bruce Springsteen describes Asians as yellow people, is that racist? And why would Kamala Harris seek the endorsement of this weirdo Bruce Springsteen? Is Garth Brooks going to endorse her today? That'd be great. And P. Diddy, oh my goodness. All these celebrities have this weird stuff going on that are Democrats. Where's the Trump celebrities that have these weird backgrounds? And would you want the endorsement of a woman like Liz Cheney? Trump called her a loser because she is. Who is such a sick, twisted woman. When she was running for Congress the first time, Liz Cheney refused to tell people whether or not she loved her own sister because her sister's gay. And made her money on the loss of the people like the ones you see in the Tunnels to Tower and the Wounded Warrior commercials on television. These are low-life, scum-bucket people, the worst of the worst, endorsing Kamala Harris. What are your thoughts? Now, again, today's Friday, which means it's open phones. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday. You're welcome to call in about any and everything on your mind on Friday's show, not just the things that we bring up, although I would like to hear your thoughts on this. I wasn't going to talk about Bruce Springsteen, but the media are making such a big deal about his endorsement because he made that video in some diner. Oh, he's in a diner. He's just like us. He's just like a regular guy. He sells his music for $500 million, takes all those Trump tax cuts that Kamala's going to let expire, and then comes out and endorses it. So I thought I would just do a little exploration into the lyrics of Bruce Springsteen. Our number is toll free, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. We'll be right back.
Make it.
What are your guys' thoughts on all that? By the way, if you'd like to call in, please do. Toll free. The number's pinned to the top of the chat if you're watching live. Yeah, I mean, could you imagine if some guy came out and endorsed Trump who was calling Asian people yellow? What would the media do? They would have meltdowns. Is that a pain to do?
No, I think I got the first hour done.
Okay.
I just, I mean, it's are you hearing it from here? Because I don't want to accidentally, well, I don't think it's in play.
No, when you do that? No. I didn't hear it, no.
Good. All right, so.
It really should be that way in the log, but it's I'm sure it's difficult to do.
I mean,
to do that because you can't listen to the commercials and when they're doing the log and.
Yeah, you just gotta.
Well,
like, you have to try to remember which one.
The way you do it is when you put a title of a commercial in, you put the initials next to
SK
it.
Or
if you notice, sometimes when I email a commercial, it'll say Brian something or BC. You know, that's
so it'll be like Steve,
SK, BC, whatever.
See, I thought
whoever's doing it, Mike.
Like I would think would be Steve, but that's just the show.
That's
But
so they're not labeled that way.
This would actually be Steve. SK is now Steve.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that would be easy.
What you would do, the way to do it is you have the name of the commercial, and then after you have the initials of whoever's doing the voiceover.
Technically,
like
technically, I can do that. But I'm gonna ask Mike first and be like, "Hey, do you think I could just edit the
titles? You want to put that at the end, so when people are searching for it, they can find it.
Well, yeah. You know what?
That's how you do it.
I know I can definitely do it. I just have to ask Mike.
Yeah.
So I know what to move around.
But it should be everybody, like even Scott, you know.
So we know, yeah.
I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, it'd save you time.
Well, see, in this one, we had 2 cruises.
Yeah.
Like, that makes no sense. So I deleted one because it's easier and it's not back-to-back voices. It makes
exactly.
They were already coming back, but it's like, hey, well, we got it, you know? So it's easy. It's just going to take a moment to get it. But I got it.
If they're labeled that way, it'll be easier for you.
If Mike's up, because
I wouldn't wake him up for it.
I'm just going to text him. So whenever he wakes up, he'll read it. You know, it's not going to wake him up.
Yeah.
Because it'd be easier now if I could do it now.
Oh, yeah, what, yeah.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig, celebrating 47 years.
All righty, we are back. 31 minutes after the hour, 1-888-465-26. I just think it's important to put in perspective the people that are endorsing Kamala Harris. By the way, isn't Garth Brooks anti-Trump? I have some, I've never really I could not tell you a Garth Brooks song to save my life. I don't know the name of any of his songs. I'm not into country music, guys. I mean, if I hear a country music, I might like it, but I've never really, none of it's in my playlist, okay? Except The Devil Went Down to Georgia. But, yeah, Garth Brooks didn't Garth Brooks trash Trump? I've got some recollection of that. But I do think it is important to put in perspective the people that are endorsing Kamala Harris. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mike DiDomenico from...
Mike, we only need first names, Mike. That's cool. But Mike in Winter Springs, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just listened to the YouTube video about this Primanti restaurant deal with...
Yeah, that was last weekend. Yes.
Yeah, and I thought that was absolutely terrible, and come to find out they lied about it in the first place. But the other reason I called was the fact that wasn't it interesting that all of a sudden the longshoremen strike ended until after the election?
Well, my guess is the longshoremen strike ended because that big mouth union leader didn't like that everybody was seeing how well he lived in that mansion, and having a Bentley and everything else. And I think that's what got the strike ended. He didn't want to have that focused in on for the next few weeks. That would be my guess.
But isn't that true with most of the union leaders around the country?
Yeah.
They all live like congressmen and senators.
Yeah, that's right. No, congressmen, they live better than that.
I just called to tell you I enjoy your show every morning, and I'm a follower, and go Trump.
That's right. Well, you've got great taste in radio shows, I must say. Now, CNN, this is huge. This came out last night. CNN has predicted Donald Trump will win the presidential election. Now, listen. We still got to swap them. We still need to have 100 million turnout. Before I go through their numbers, it's quick. It's not a long breakdown, just one. But CNN doing this is so unusual. I've been telling you guys for months that CNN, because they're deep state, they want the Democrats out. The deep state and the Democrat establishment are working together here. Okay? One, the deep state, which is CNN, they're ticked off at Biden for blowing their operations in Afghanistan. The Democrat Party establishment, the Newsom, Pelosi level, are trying to purge themselves of these radical people that are destroying their party. Okay? So, and for CNN to release a poll with their poll showing that Donald Trump is going to win the presidential election is unheard of. This is CNN. They call this their poll of polls, okay? Trump is the clear favorite in the 2024 election under the latest national polling in CNN's poll of polls. The probability, this is CNN, of President Trump winning the Electoral College, 68.4%. Kamala, 30.9%. CNN is predicting a Trump victory. Awesome. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Brian. It's Sandra from Boca.
Hey, Sandra.
So, I know it's open Friday.
Yep, that's right.
Just talking about that disaster up there in North Carolina and what Kamala Harris has presented to the American people in terms of how much they're going to give. And there's already people circulating on TikTok that have nothing, and they've been denied their $750.
They've been denied?
They've been denied.
Maybe they should tell them they're undocumented immigrants fleeing climate change in South America, and then I think they just give you an empty checkbook. I mean, let me tell you, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. You know, FEMA, Mayorkas said FEMA's out of money, and we find out that Biden and Mayorkas and Kamala Harris have been committing crimes. FEMA emergency funds are for a response in a disaster in the United States. They have been using the FEMA funds to pay for all the illegal crap. And they've spent all of the money that FEMA has on the illegals, and they've been doing, and that's illegal.
Yes, and furthermore, there are people that are good citizens that are trying to rent helicopters to go and try to save some of these people. And as they're getting out there, they're being threatened that they're going to be arrested.
Well, Mayor Pete, who's an idiot, okay? I mean, come on. You know, Mayor Pete, where are you calling me from, by the way? Boca. Mayor Pete is a mayor. He was mayor of a town about the size of the city of Tamarack in Broward County, okay? Not kidding. You South Florida people know. I mean, come on, Tamarack? Sheesh. South Bend's a tiny little town. He has outlawed not just helicopter flights, but drone flights over the hit areas of North Carolina. People with drones and helicopters have been finding people who are trapped. You know, I've been to North Carolina many, many times. I've driven through it 1,000,000 times, and it's all up and down, hills and valleys, and it's all flooded out. And what Mayor Pete has done is left people stranded who are not going to be found because he's banned all drone and helicopter flights over the hit areas. What an idiot.
I only think that this is only going to hurt Kamala Harris's campaign, because to actually be that offensive and say, you know what, we're going to give you $750 per family.
It's outrageous.
Depending on it's outrageous. I can't even believe she would have coming out with a number like that.
And let me tell you, in years past, when we've had major hurricanes hit, in South Florida, I've seen FEMA in action. I've never seen so little action as this. Remember what happened in Katrina? My goodness, it took them 3 days to get in there. And George Bush, they were trying to impeach him over it.
Yeah, and people, TikTok is reliable in the sense that at least people can come on and tell us the reality of what's going on out there.
Well, a lot of people are calling North Carolina Kamala's Katrina, and I know that they like that because there's 2 K's in it. But I would say North Carolina is Kamala's Benghazi. She's got this is her one moment in her life to lead something other than a hookup with a sugar daddy, and she's, well, I was going to say blew it, that people might think I'm talking about something else, but she blew it, and she doesn't care. She's like, screw you, you're MAGA. If you're MAGA, just like those people in Ohio that were poisoned from the train, you're on your own.
Mm-hmm. And some people in North Carolina have gotten on. They say, Kamala, don't even bother coming here.
Mm-hmm.
See you.
Yeah.
See you. It's the biggest letdown. Probably, besides everything else that has happened, Afghanistan and everything else that we can just pile on top.
People, when a hurricane hits, because I've been through that, when we have not had power for weeks, the first day or two is bad, but you get a few days out, it's awful, especially this time of year when it's really hot, and you get a week or two out. It's been a week, by the way. You get a week or two out like this, and it gets dangerous. It gets dangerous, really bad for many different ways.
Brian, what I want to say, though, is that in Katrina, yes, everything was flooded, but we're talking about total decimation, total, like towns don't exist anymore.
That's correct.
Talking about, okay, where are these people? And people coming on saying because of their income or whatever it was, it's $750 they've been denied. And furthermore, the ones that have been approved don't even know when they're going to get it.
Yeah, that's right. And what does $750 buy a family these days at Walmart?
Exactly. Oh, for
just lost everything.
And for this and for that. In the meantime, it's like their whole life has been decimated and then they have absolutely nothing.
But, Kamala, even if Kamala wanted to help, she wouldn't know what to do.
She just seems, I don't know. I just don't see any emotion at all.
No.
By you?
No emotion.
At all.
None. Zero.
It was almost like she was standing in front of a podium, just saying a regular, everyday speech to the American people.
And she thinks she did her duty. She read the statement and she stormed off, and she thinks she looks like a strong leader and a strong woman. She's one of the Divine 9 black sororities, in case you didn't know, and she's just on top of the world. She thinks she did something by reading that crap. That's how out of touch with reality she is.
She really is. And I'm thinking to myself, is this real? Am I really looking at this woman saying these things, $750, and people being denied? And this person who was denied was in her car with her kids.
Insane. When I've seen FEMA come to town, they'll set up shop and they give things away for free. And I see the cars lined up, and some of the cars are very expensive, and everybody gets what they get. Okay, I have not seen FEMA take a time to do background checks and financial checks. Do they do those kind of checks for the border jumpers?
Good question.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm.
They spent all the money on illegals coming in here.
Correct.
For what? And for what?
That's right.
No, this is unprecedented. It has happened. And look at the way they're handling it.
Mm-hmm.
Something. This is only going to help Trump.
Mm-hmm. All right, take care. I got to run. Thanks for the call. If you're on hold, stand by. Great call. I can hear the anger in her voice. We're just a little more than a week away from Medicare open enrollment. If you're a Medicare recipient in the state of Florida, open enrollment is the one time of year that you can make changes to your existing policy. And Debbie from I Will Advisors will do that for you. She handles Steve's Medicare and reviews his policy each and every open enrollment. It costs you nothing to have her do this. And her family, the Klatzoff family, have been helping Steve Kane listeners since 1993 with their Medicare. Remember, Adam, Captain Truth Klatzoff, that is her father-in-law, the late Adam Klatzoff. And she has the company now, and she's been leading that company for many years. Debbie from I Will Advisors will review your policy at no charge. Make sure you're not paying too much. Make sure you got the coverage. If you need a supplement, she'll make sure you get the right supplement. And I was telling you guys, Al Knight, a lot of you guys know Al Knight. He's the weekend guy here on True Oldies. Debbie from I Will Advisors saved Al Knight's mother $400 a month on her Medicare supplement payments. A month. That's a lot of money. It's almost $5,000 a year. Give her a call. Here's her number. If you call early and you get an answer machine, leave a message. She will call you back. All right? Her number, 954-753-8080. And remember, Debbie at I Will Advisors can help you with your Medicare no matter where you are in the state of Florida. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080. We'll be right back.
The cold, hard truth. Delivered morning 6 to 9 right here on The Steve Kane Show.
Brian Craig here. If you're a homeowner, business owner, or with a homeowners association and your roof is old or compromised, you need to call Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting. With a AAA credit rating and bonded up to $10 million, Laporta Contracting doesn't need a large deposit like those other contractors do. Typical deposits other contractors want are 1/3 of the contract. If your job is $30,000, that's a $10,000 deposit. If your job is $300,000, that's $100,000.
If you're on hold, hang in there. Every line on the board is lit.
And HOAs, much longer. If they need money for the materials, they don't have credit with the suppliers, and that spells bad news for the homeowner or HOA. Tom Laporta is honest, knowledgeable, and reliable, and he'll never sell you a roof you don't need. Laporta Contracting has been in the roofing and contracting business since 1988, and his services cover the east and west coast of Florida and everywhere in between. Tom Laporta can handle any type of roofing job too. Residential roofing and repair, commercial roofs, schools, municipal buildings, office buildings, emergency repairs. If it's roofing, Tom Laporta can do it. Call Tom Laporta right now on his cell phone, 954-604-4602. 954-604-4602. And online, LaportaContracting.com.
Hi, I'm Sultan. We love our Florida sunshine, but a hot house? Definitely not. At All Year, we offer same-day AC service and installation.
I think I got it.
Yes, all year.
Oh, good.
The whole show should be separated differently.
Think he'll let you relabel them?
I hope so. I don't see why it would be a problem.
Yeah, that's what you do. I mean, that's, yeah.
It's not like I'm doing it for every commercial and whatever is later in the day is all messed up. I'm just doing it for us, and it's easier for that. So
Yeah.
I'm like 99% sure they'll let me do it, and then it'll be easier to reorganize.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still easy. But if we have, like you said, we have initials.
It'll make it a lot easier. It'll go fast, yeah.
I mean, it took me what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes?
Yeah. It'll make it sound better.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, keep it ear out just in case I miss something, but
No, it won't be perfect, but
yeah. But I'm pretty sure I got everything separated. I mean, like, obviously, when it's not like our actual commercials, I know it's a different place.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, with our commercials, it's like, all right, like, this next one shouldn't be you.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Medical Center in Pompano. Numbness, pain, burning, tingling in my hands and feet, muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching have all but disappeared. Say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. Call Lighthouse Medical Center for a free consultation. 754-222-6642.
On the social justice warriors for breakfast. Now the Steve.
All right, we are back 48 minutes after the hour. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. And, of course, Friday is our open phone day. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday. And on Open MAGA Mike Friday, the show prep is up to you guys. You can call in about any and everything you have on your mind. Our number, 1-888-465-2631. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Once? Okay, they gave up. You're on the air. What's your name?
Jeff from Maine.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, this saying FEMA's broke because they gave all that money away to illegals. How can the American people, sorry, I had my volume on my device.
That's okay.
How can the American people not see how bad the Democrats are, that they're not pulling out all the stops and sending in all the help that they can in North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, and all those devastated areas. And these people don't have power, they don't have food, they don't have water. And we have these Christian organizations and citizens of the American people doing it instead of the government. And our government's supposed to take care of the people.
Yeah.
Main job.
Well, and we're finding out a big criminal operation. Kamala Harris, Mayorkas, and Biden have been using FEMA money as a slush fund to pay all the illegals, to put them up all over the country and cover their cost. You know, those flights that they're chartering to fly them into America, all that stuff.
Top of that, Brian, and put on top of that, Brian, they're using tax money to fund all these stuff to give away to illegal.
Yeah.
The only reason they're doing is for people to vote for Democrats, and they're not supposed to vote. So what?
No.
And make sure that they tell their officials it's illegal for
No.
vote. And they,
Well, Laura Trump's all over that, but I'll tell you this thing. By the way, thanks for the call, Jeff. He makes some good points. You know, this is a major crime that's happened with FEMA. And another thing, FEMA, you know, that's the federal government. The federal government never runs out of money. Biden could sign an order right now and they could have all the funding they needed. But it's not Ukraine, and they speak English there, not Creole or Spanish, so they don't care. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Jared from Arkansas.
Hey, Jared.
What's happening, Brian? How you doing this morning?
All right, it's not Jared from Subway, I hope. He's still in jail, I think.
Oh, yes, he is. He's probably getting his own foot long.
Mm-hmm. Yes, maybe.
Hey, I think they're trying to block people from going in there to help in North Carolina. I think they're trying to block to punish MAGA people, you know, quote-unquote punish everybody that were Trump supporters. And I think after Trump wins in November, I think they're going to, make a mess until January.
I think this is listen, here's what we have, okay? Mayorkas is corrupt. He should be in prison, all right? He's in charge of Homeland Security, and he's erased the southern border. And he's been using the money from FEMA to pay for all the illegals. We know this, okay? So that's a crime. We've got a president who wears adult diapers, who has severe cognitive decline. He doesn't know what's going on. And we have a sugar baby who's gotten to where she's at by having sex with married men. Okay? So, you know, the country has been on automatic pilot run by corrupt people like Mayorkas, and now there's been a disaster, and we see what happens when you have these people in charge.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Arkansas, take care. I mean, ask yourself this. If Ukraine got hit with a natural disaster, do you think that they'd say, oh, we don't have any money to help Ukraine? Hell no. They'd be there yesterday. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, how's it going?
All right. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. It's me again.
Who's me? What's your name? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, it's Jack from Sarasota.
What's your first name? What's your first name?
Jack.
Jack? Jack?
Yes.
Jack from Sarasota. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. All right. I have two questions, but I'm sure you're going to probably cut me off before I get to my second one. First one is, who won the 2020 election?
Who's in the White House right now? No, I did. No, Biden's in the White House. Next. Sex. I'm not. What am I? What am I? A monkey? I'm not going to say what you want me to say. Try. Listen. I know you listen to me and you think, oh man, this guy, he's got it so easy. He just talks, you know, and he gets paid and all that stuff. It's so easy. it's not easy doing this. And maybe we should update the disclaimer at the top of the hour that trying to be a talk show host is a very dangerous thing to do and can be hazardous to your ego. Next question.
For Donald Trump to try to instigate a riot in Michigan.
I missed that in the news. You said Donald Trump tried to instigate a riot? Tell me about this.
In Jack Smith's 165-page report, a Republican witness, someone who worked in Donald Trump's cabinet, testified witnessing Donald J. Trump say that he wanted a riot.
Oh, really? This is interesting. Who said this? Who's the witness?
The witness is unnamed.
Oh, an unnamed witness. Oh, an unnamed witness. Does there happen to be audio or video of President Trump calling for a riot in Michigan?
Well, there happens to be audio of voicemail messages left on.
Where's it at? I will play it. There's a voice. No. There's a recording of President Trump calling for a riot in Michigan.
There's a recording of one of President Trump's.
No. I'm not asking about somebody else. You asked me this. See what I mean about how this is dangerous? Oh my goodness! You guys think this is easy to toy around with these pathetic Democrats? This is 30 years of experience at work. You began. I know. You're MAGA. I know. Listen, you said to me. You asked me this question. Is it okay for Donald Trump to instigate a riot in Michigan? I said, I missed this. You said, oh, it's in Jack Smith's 165 pages, and I'm asking you for a witness. You said the witness is unnamed, and there's no video or audio tape of President Trump's voice saying this. There's some other tape of somebody else. Well, let me tell you, it is against the law to incite violence. So if someone was inciting violence, they're a criminal.
The witnesses are redacted, and you know that.
No, I don't. Redacted? Why would the witness be excuse me? Why would a witness be redacted?
Why are you doing this to your listeners?
What, informing them? Informing them? You're the gaslighter. Why would a witness be redacted?
You're telling them lies, sir. Read the report.
I'm not going to read Jack Smith's crap. And that corrupt Judge Chunkin, she was Hunter Biden's boss at the law firm where she was an equity partner. You mean to tell me, of all the judges in the federal system, it just happens to be a judge that was Hunter's boss at the law firm?
Brian.
Oh, here it goes. He's trying to be condescending.
I'm not trying to be condescending.
Brian.
You're just telling your listeners the wrong information.
The wrong information? What are you, the Ministry of Truth in Sarasota?
Have them read.
We don't have to read Jack Smith's 165-page report. You have. And what you've told us is this. What you have told... Oh, really? You haven't read... What you have told us is there's no evidence that Donald Trump was calling for a riot. You told us that.
Sure. Yeah. Then why don't you try to read little excerpts of it?
Why should I read that crap? Why should I read that? I'm not going to read that.
Of the truth. You're afraid of the truth.
The truth? Really? Now, I don't know. I don't know how things work. I don't know how things work. Excuse me. Yeah, I know. Excuse me. I don't know how things operate in Sarasota. I would imagine they operate the way they do in the rest of the United States. But people in America are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law in front of a jury of their peers. So what you've done is you've taken a document that you haven't even fully read, written by this weirdo who doesn't know how to trim a beard, Jack Smith, who hates Trump. His wife produced a documentary about Michelle Obama. He's in front of a judge who was Hunter's boss at the law firm. And you're taking that as a conviction. That's not how the American system works. But then again, Sarasota is where the circus is based out of, Ringling Brothers. So maybe you're a clown. I don't know. Maybe you go to the clown college. All right. If you're on hold, stand by. We will take our break for the top of the hour. Come back with your calls. It is open phones on Friday. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday. You know, it's so interesting. They think they want to ask everybody this question: did Trump win? They think they got something, and they ask the question slow with confidence, like they got something on you when they ask that question. And there's a reason why they ask it. He's asked it of me a couple times this week, and there's a specific reason why I don't answer it. Neither of which I'm going to tell you on the air, because, well, I'm not going to tell you why I'm not going to tell you on the air, but I'm going to tell you this. We're going to take our break for the top of the hour, come back with your calls. There's only one opening on our board. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-465-2631, 888-465-2631. We'll be right back after this.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WIRK 103.1 HD3 Indiantown, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. Programming paid for by the Canal Media Group. Your home for the Steve Kane Show. From the all-year cooling weather center, South Florida's #1 choice for same-day AC service and installation. Here's your oldies forecast.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Michael Maroon from the all-year cooling weather center. Today is Friday, October 4th, 2024, and right now it's 77 degrees outside. As we go throughout the day, though, temperatures are going to reach as high as 86 degrees with some chances of some early showers before a cloudy rest of the day. So make sure you keep an umbrella close by, stay cool, stay dry, and have a wonderful start to your weekend.
Weather brought to you by All Year Cooling. Enjoy free AC replacement estimates along with same-day service and installation. Visit allyearcooling.com to schedule your service today. And remember, the All Year family is here to serve your family all year long. And now, a True Oldies traffic check. Brought to you by the Palm Beach Kennel Club.
The speed moving smoothly on the turnpike at 95 north and south through Delray Beach, Boynton Beach, Lake Worth, and West Palm. Palm Beach Gardens construction on Beeline Highway from West Blue Heron Boulevard to North Lake Boulevard. This traffic update is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably...
I was telling Mike what the caller was trying to do that I can't say on the air. Every line on the board is lit. I love this new cup that my wife got me. This is really, it's the first time I'm using it. It's very high quality too. It's metal. It's like a Stanley cup. But it's got this clip, so I can put this in my cup holder on my MAGA scooter if I wanted to take it. I don't know, is that for a straw or is that an air hole? I don't know. Yeah, that's for a straw. I took the straw out, I guess.
Are you feeling safe and secure in your home? Unfortunately, millions of Americans are vulnerable to break-ins every year. But what if you can have peace of mind knowing that your home is protected 24/7?
I think it's pretty cool. I think it is.
That's why we're offering a free home security system with free professional
The call-in number is pinned to the top of the live chat.
Our top-of-the-line systems are designed to detect intruders and alert authorities. Real-time updates right to your smartphone. And with our state-of-the-art monitoring center, you'll have 24/7 protection from any threat. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your home and family and your valuables with Sloan's comprehensive home security solutions. Call 1-833-283-5050 today to schedule your free installation and start sleeping better tonight. Sloan's. Protecting.
If you're new, make sure you subscribe, guys.
833-283-5050. That's 833-283-5050 now. At Sloan's, we understand the importance of home security.
When you need lab work, don't waste hours and hours waiting at the doctor's office or one of those big labs. Go to Any Lab Test Now in Boca and Any Lab Test Now in Coral Springs. Their prices are guaranteed to be the lowest you'll find anywhere. No appointment, doctor's order, or prescription is needed, and you're in and out in 15 minutes or less.
All right, here we go.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with...
All right, we're back. 4 minutes after the hour. If you're on hold, stand by. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot. CNN has projected Donald Trump winning the Electoral College. I'm not kidding. I'll go over that again later because it's such a beautiful thing. But it is open phones on Friday. Open MAGA Mike Friday. There are 2 openings on our board right now at 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. On Open MAGA Mike Friday, you can talk about any and everything on your mind. You're not limited to the topics that we bring up. No, there's 1 opening on the board now. Okay, let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Richard in Pompano.
Hey, Richard.
Okay, regarding these poor people that are suffering, there's no electricity. Their main concern is food and water and everything like that. Have any arrangements been made for them to vote? Follow me.
I don't know. Beyond the normal, yeah.
Yeah, they don't even have a way to show ID or anything. It's probably washed.
Well, they don't ask for that. That's racist, the Democrats tell you to do that. But, no, you're right. It's a problem. North Carolina is a big problem. Listen, it's a month away. Things will be settled by then. Don't worry. And you know what? They're going to be plenty pissed in North Carolina because they've been abandoned. I'm calling it Kamala's Benghazi, not Kamala's Katrina. It's Kamala's Benghazi.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care. Take care. Okay. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mike from Louisiana.
Hey, Mike.
What they just did, what CNN just did, was confirmed what Nate Silver's been saying.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Silver's been saying this for about a month now, that Trump's floor in the Electoral College is 280.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's been saying, and he's the gold standard for this stuff on the Democrat side.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a panic poll. That's just a confirmation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah. All right, hey, I appreciate the call, Mike. Good point. All right, who is next? Let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, good morning, Brian. It's Greg.
Oh, hey, Greg. How are you?
Good. Happy Friday to you.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you were going to overlook a story that you don't want to talk about or address.
What, the Melania story about abortion?
Releases her memoir a month outside of the election, and she's in favor of killing babies.
Mm-hmm. Is that what she said? Is that exactly what she said? I was going to get into that later, but I don't have it queued up, but I'll play it. I'll play it because she said that she favors killing babies.
Is abortion murder, Brian?
Yes.
And she's in favor of that.
Well, I'm gonna pull it up because I want to find out. Let's find out exactly what she said. Instead of you don't mind, do you? I mean, if I can play what she actually said, I don't have it queued up. I'll pull it up. Okay, so what's your point about it?
My point is, you don't think there's marital... Why would she release...
Oh, marital problems?
Oh, listen, big time. And by the way, you know one argument you made to me? He doesn't want to endanger his family by bringing him to, public places. Do you remember him holding up his granddaughter?
It's a fundamental principle.
I haven't seen him do that in a while. He may at Butler over the weekend.
He did it 2 weeks ago.
Well, that doesn't mean that some people in the family are more nervous than others. But the thing about Melania, excuse me, not a little weight. You're throwing out too much at once. We got to slow down. The thing about Melania and her abortion comment, let's talk about that. What are your thoughts on her saying that?
That she does not want to be part of this political aspirations of becoming president again, and she is
what?
That book she released it. She could have waited till after the election. She didn't have to write the book.
You and Sonny Halston are just hallucinating. Married people often have disagreements on issues. My wife and I don't agree on everything.
Name the major disagreement you have with your wife.
No, I'm not. But we don't agree on everything.
You brought it up. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, we disagree on some things. I'm not going to tell you what they are. It's none of your business.
Topic. You brought up the topic.
Because it's none of your business. But married people have disagreements sometimes.
A major issue like taking an unborn child.
Well, my guess would be
contenders or
what? No, I would say, excuse me, calm down. Why are you so hyper? No, because you have this fantasy that there's trouble in the Trump marriage, and what gets you excited is when you think other people are not happy. That's what gets you excited. Misery of others is like food for you.
That's what gets you excited. You love, like I said, do you have actually one Democrat friend? One?
A friend? No. Sure. Oh, yes.
And you call them evil, right?
No, it depends on which relative. I mean, I've got a brother-in-law who's a Rachel Maddow disciple, and he's just a brain dead loser.
Your brother-in-law's a brain dead loser.
Yeah, one of them is. No, he's not married, and he's not married to my sister. He's one of the brothers of my wife, and anybody in the family will tell you he's a brain dead loser, and a stoner.
Oh, good. Congratulations. You have like a great...
Well, I can't help you. Hey, listen, you can't help who's in the family.
Is pro-choice, and she's in favor of taking innocent lives.
No, I didn't hear her say that. But I'll tell you this: I will pull it up, and I will pull it up during the. What is this? An interrogation? Am I in an interrogation? Is this like LA Confidential when they bring those guys in for killing the people in the diner? I know what she said. I didn't hear her say she supports the killing of babies. I missed that.
Tonight,
you heard it. Tell me.
Lady Melania.
A woman controlling your body and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she supports. It is very possible this. Okay? Donald Trump said, if you may realize, you may not know this, even if you don't know it, you'll say you knew it. A day or two ago, Donald Trump said that he would veto a national abortion ban, right? Remember, did you hear that? He said the other day he would veto a national abortion ban. Did you hear him say that? Yeah. Why? Because the position of Republicans always has been this: not to outlaw abortion, to overturn Roe v. Wade and allow the states to decide. That's been the Republican position my entire life. And let the states decide.
That thinks abortion is the murder of an innocent unborn child, that they actually...
Well, first of all, Greg, wait. There's nothing I will say about any issue that you're going to approve of, no matter what I say. But I would tell you this about Melania. I know you want to think there's trouble in the marriage, but this is what very well could have happened. A couple of days ago, President Trump said that he would veto a law that was a national ban on abortion, right? And President Trump has also said that in some states, after Roe v. Wade was overturned, they've gone too far in abortion restrictions. Does that mean do you think Donald Trump is pro-abortion?
I think Donald Trump's on the fence, to be honest with you. He needs that Christian...
Okay, that Christian vote. Okay, so no, you're not. You've asked enough questions, and I'm responding to this question. And no more questions from you. I'm up against a break, and I want to finish the thought on this. Okay, it's open phones, not an open show to hand it over to some weirdo. Donald Trump has said he would veto. He didn't say he would just let it die on his desk. He said he would veto a national abortion ban if it came to his desk. He has said more than once that some states, after the overturning of Roe v. Wade, have gone too far in abortion restrictions. And I'm here to tell you this, Greg, that what Melania Trump said yesterday, what is in her book, there's no way that this came out in the book without the Trump people seeing the book. what she said not only is consistent to what Trump has done, I would say that Trump and Melania coordinated this.
She's in favor of a...
I think they coordinated this. I think this is part of the campaign because a lot of women, you thought I was delusional, for years. So it's not because of this. So it doesn't matter what I say. You're going to say I sound delusional because you think I've always been delusional. But I'm here to tell you that Donald Trump and Melania, I think that this was a coordinated comment that she made that was done with the approval of him and the campaign to help get some of the female vote for MAGA that may be on the fence about voting for him over that very divisive issue.
And it also could disenfranchise people that are on the fence that are pro-life.
Listen. Abortion, no, excuse me. No more questions. I'm already late for the break. Abortion is a very important issue. I am so pro-life that I'm against the death penalty, okay? But this is what I'm here to tell you. Whether or not America survives as a civilization is what's on the ballot in a month. There's a lot of issues that are important, like abortion, but now's not the time, okay? Now's not the time. And we need those women to firm up getting Trump back in to save our country and our civilization. So it's not time to get bogged down on a lot of these other issues. The future of the abortion issue means nothing if we lose our country to these Venezuelan gang invaders that Kamala Harris is bringing in. We'll be right back.
Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in on the action. Call the Steve Kane Show live on air now. 888-GO-KANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Hey, it's Scott with a quick reminder that the greatest hits of the 60s and 70s are back on the radio right after 10 a.m. this morning. Check it out on South Florida's True Oldies channel right here.
I'm not going to play the clip. I was going to play it, but I'm not because Greg wants me to. But you're all welcome to call in about it. There's one opening on the board.
I want to tell you about my favorite restaurant in all of South Florida, Wings Plus in Coral Springs. Wings just the way you like them. Plump, tender, and delicious, crispy on the outside, succulent on the inside. Everything homemade, nothing comes out of a can. Dozens of specialty sauces that will make your mouth water. Wings Plus, located in Coral Springs, a mile west of University on the south side of Sample Road.
Unforgettable adventures are on the horizon aboard Margaritaville at sea. Now sailing from Palm Beach to Key West and Nassau, giving you even more time in paradise. And right now you get triple the savings when you book your next award-winning getaway. First, you're saving 40% on all cruise fares. Second, your kids are sailing for free. And third, you're earning up to $400 in free onboard credit to upgrade your escape. From easy breezy weekends to breathtaking journeys. Your next vacation, along with epic savings, are waiting at MargaritavilleAtSea.com.
We'll be back in 20 seconds.
Now back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Listen in the Palm Beaches on 95.9 FM, the Treasure Coast on 106.9 FM, Harrison Boca on 95.3 FM, Fort Lauderdale on 96.9 FM, and anywhere in the world at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
All right, we're back. Every line on the board is lit. I want to ask you this question. Are you and your family drinking toxic water? Yeah, good question, huh? I know you'd like to think you're not, but you should do what I did. Have Angel Water come out to your home. They'll do this at no charge and test your water. Oh, man. When they tested my water, I found out and realized something. A water filtration system is not a luxury. I used to think they were, just some luxury fancy thing. It's not. Actually, a water filtration system is a necessity. In Angel Water, they'll have Rocky come out to your house and test your water like he did mine, and I'll tell you, you'll be shocked too. I've had the system in my house for a week and a half now. In fact, right now I have my Angel Water in I have this really cool Trump Stanley cup that my wife got me. It's got the Angel Water in it. And the other day, someone said, yeah, well, that's the filtered water from the Angel Water system, but what about the ice cubes in there? Well, yeah, the ice cubes from my ice maker, that's filtered through the Angel Water filtration system too, because the filtration system filters the water before it enters my house. All the water in my house is filtered. The water before it enters the house, from my washing machine, my dishwasher, all my sinks, the showers, the bathtubs, the toilet, the water coming out of the refrigerator, the ice in the ice machine, all filtered before it comes into the house. Not only will it make your water healthy as opposed to what you've been drinking, it's going to save you a lot of money. Oh my goodness, no more bottled water will be needed in my house. We won't be buying that anymore. It'll also extend the life of all your water-based appliances, like your water heaters, washers, and such. It takes out all the toxins. You know, there's other filtration systems, they don't take out all the toxins like Angel Water does. They take out all of them. It'll rid your water of those forever chemicals, which are the most dangerous thing that is in our water in Florida right now. And that's not me saying it. That's not Angel Water. That's the EPA. And they've got an incredible offer for listeners of our radio station. Okay, I'm going to give you their number in just a moment, so get ready to write it down. Angel Water is going to give you a free under-the-sink reverse osmosis system, which I have, with the purchase of a whole house refiner, which I also have. They're also offering 12 months no-interest financing with no prepayment penalty. Pretty darn good deal. Plus, you'll be drinking delicious, healthy water. And I'll tell you, the way the water tastes compared to what it tasted like in my house before, the Angel Water that comes out of the sink in this water I just took out of my tap on my sink in the kitchen. Okay, but it's been filtered through the Angel Water filtration system. It tastes like Fiji water, which is the fancy water, right? It tastes like Fiji. It's like having the Fiji water come directly into my home. Give them a call. Have them test your water at no charge. 561-899-6585. 561-899-6585. That's 561-899-6585 for Angel Water, all right? Okay, every line on the board is lit. It is open phones always on Friday's show. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Conservative Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Remember in the 80s there was a serious earthquake in Italy that destroyed everybody.
Mm.
Bruce Springsteen was playing in Madison Square Garden on Friday and Saturday. My manager put together a benefit concert with having Cyndi Lauper, David Bowie, and then Bruce Springsteen play.
For what? For what? Hurricane? For what? The earthquake relief?
For the earthquake relief, and all the benefit was going to go to them. All right? Bruce Springsteen's manager said yes. Everybody was ready to go. And then Bruce Springsteen, in the last minute, decided, nah, he doesn't want to do it. And the whole thing got canceled. So this guy's not a good guy.
Yeah, but what about the earthquake victims? He didn't want to help them?
He didn't want to help them. No.
What was he doing that was better than helping people who have lost everything in a tragic earthquake?
That we never got an answer why he just refused to do the show. When he said no, then
and Cyndi Lauper and Bowie couldn't pull it off together because he was the big guy at the time.
All his equipment was there. You know, when you're being a concert in.
Oh.
A lot of,
and is it just me, or does Bruce Springsteen sound like he's on the toilet when he sings?
Did you ever see a concert of Bruce Springsteen? Man,
hell no. You couldn't give me tickets to that. even during his heyday.
I went to see a Rod Stewart concert. He got sick, and instead Bruce Springsteen shows up. I said, "Oh no, Bruce Springsteen."
Oh,
he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad for a half hour, but after that, I walked out. I said, "Man, if he stayed."
You know, he sucks. He's so overrated. And I was going through these lyrics earlier. I want to read this to you. Okay, this is Bruce. These are the lyrics from Bruce Springsteen's hit song from 1984, "I'm on Fire," and by the way, Garth Brooks has this rape allegation against him. I don't know if it's true or not, but didn't he perform at Kamala's inauguration with Biden 4 years ago? Boy, her husband is accused of hitting a woman. She's got a guy accused of rape that performed at her inauguration. And Bruce Springsteen's lyrics, this is "I'm on Fire." "Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go away and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? And can he do to you the things that I do? Oh, no, I can take you higher. Oh, 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 I'm on fire." That's Bruce Springsteen, his lyrics from "I'm on Fire." That sounds creepy, does it?
Creepy.
Creepy.
Yeah, he had one hit wonder. When I was born in the USA, he has no songs I think was any good.
Well, then here I'm fine. Born in the USA. There's in the second verse. This sounds racist to me. Okay, now let me read this to you. Let me read this. "Born in the USA" is an anti-American song about the Vietnam War and the treatment of veterans. Okay, but this is in the second verse. "Got in a little hometown jam, so they put a rifle in my..." This is Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen, who just endorsed Kamala. "Got in a little hometown jam, so they put a rifle in my hand, sent me off to a foreign land to go and kill the yellow man." Is it racist to refer to Asian people as yellow? Is that racist?
You can't say Chinese. You can't say anything anymore today.
Yeah.
Be careful. Everything.
Yeah. So and "Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? I got a desire." I mean, that's really creepy.
Not a good writer. I don't know why anybody likes this guy. He performed. The only thing people like is when he performs. He goes on for like 2 hours or something. You can't, if you wanted to.
And whose bright idea was it to give him a solo on "We Are the World"? People, you can't even understand what he's saying. I was just watching the "We Are the World" documentary, which is very good, by the way. Lionel Richie wrote that song, and he with others, and it's a great documentary. I can't remember what app it's on, and they just spend so much time with the Bruce Springsteen clip. You can't even understand what he's saying.
Guy is not. I don't get it, but some people get lucky, man. And this guy was a freak of nature. He shouldn't have never been as popular as he got.
That's right. All right, Doug. All right, that's enough on Bruce Springsteen. I want to get to. Okay, is Bruce Springsteen in the mix on the True Old? I don't think so. Because he's like 80s, 90s. Okay. Let's go. Let's see here. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, hi. My name is Ian. I didn't hear anything about there being a possible land grab from apes, just like how they're doing in Hawaii.
A land grab where?
Where the hurricane just went through Georgia and the Carolinas.
In North Carolina? What land would people want to grab in North Carolina? Like Maui is, very, very prestigious, very hard real estate to buy,
Yeah, there was this thing going on about Bill Gates and these elites trying to buy up land from the people.
Not in North Carolina. No, see, you got to understand. See, North Carolina is filled with white people that are MAGA. So no help for them. They're on their own. You got to understand. We got to make up for past injustices that happened before any of us were ever alive. So white people in times of natural disaster need to suffer and not receive help to make good on past injustices. It's called critical race theory.
yeah, I don't know if it's going to be, if it's suffering so much as it's just overcoming, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know. I just feel kind of awkward calling. Never called in before.
That's okay. Not that hard. All right, take care.
Oh, all right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, we'll be right back.
Making morning radio great again. I think you're going to really love it. It's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Hey, what time does Barry call today?
The 43 break.
Okay.
The greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s coming up this morning. From the all-year cooling weather center, South Florida's #1 choice for same-day AC service and installation.
Mike just texted me giving me the okay.
Oh, yeah, oh, good.
Relay.
Since we don't have the list, I'm just going to have to do everything.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
That's okay.
Temperatures are going to reach as high as 86 degrees with some chances of some early showers before a cloudy rest of the day. So make sure you keep an umbrella close by, stay cool, stay dry, and have a wonderful start to your weekend.
Weather brought to you
It's
by
too late now. We're halfway through.
Enjoy free AC replacement estimates along with
Yeah, see, last one was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Cooling.com to schedule your service today. And remember, the All-Year family is here to serve your family all year long. And now, a True Oldies traffic check. Brought to you by the
Cindy Lauper's fine. Okay.
On the Turnpike and 95 North and South.
Cindy Lauper was on the Celebrity Apprentice.
Lakeworth Construction, 6th Avenue South from Grove Street to Congress Avenue. This traffic update is sponsored by LifeLock. October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. One way to help protect yourself is updating your passwords. Using the same one for multiple accounts can make you vulnerable to cyber criminals. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, you need LifeLock. Start a 30-day free trial at lifelock.com/cybersafety. That's traffic. I'm Dory Don.
Traffic, a service of the Palm Beach Kennel Club. Check out exciting poker room action with a $100,000 guaranteed Monster Multi-Flight Tournament this week, October 3rd through the 6th. Plus daily cash games, high hands, mega bad beat jackpots, and table game fun.
Every line's lit.
Three-card poker. BBKC is also your best bet for OTB action with big races from Keeneland, Santa Anita, and more. For more information, go to PB Kennel Club.
I like Cindy Lauper. People dying every day. I mean, he's awful. The documentary, the We Are the World documentary is really good. I really enjoy it. Is it on Amazon? I can't remember.
I am pleased to say our relationship with the Steve Kane Show and the show's listeners keeps getting stronger and stronger. The Steve Kane Show listeners are truly the best customers we have ever had. They are courteous, intelligent,
Netflix? Yeah, I've got Netflix. I canceled Netflix, but they had just billed me. So I got it for like almost a whole nother month.
large HOA complexes and churches with great success, and every one of those customers.
It's really, I thought it was really good.
We have installed all kinds of roofs from
Lionel Richie tells a lot about how they wrote the song and everything.
standing metal seam, slate tile, and flat roof systems.
Now that I got my testosterone, do you know today, I'm going to talk about this when I do the commercial later. This is the first day in over 10 years that I've not had coffee with me in the morning when I've been on the air. I'm just drinking water. I've cut my coffee in half. I still may have coffee with me, but I've cut my coffee in half. I've gone from 8 shots of espresso to 4.
They have a variety of Polish sausage, bacons, Polish cheeses, ham and pork loins, even Polish hot dogs. Crocus Deli has such amazing homemade foods like goulash, pork and bacon, homemade soups, and more. You have to check out Crocus Deli. The bakery is out of this world.
I like that. Who said that? CF? I like that. Bruce Springsteen's pronouns are has been. This is the coolest cup my wife got me. It's got a space for a straw, but I don't have the straw in there. I don't like straws. I like We Are the World. I had the album. Was there a song on that single? Was there a song on the flip side of We Are the World? I can't. There must have been. I had the album. Was it a 45? Or was it a? Yeah, I think. Yeah, there had to be something on the B side, but I don't remember. I probably still have it in a box at my mother's house.
ActicFox.com. Estimates given on the phone. Work done in days, not weeks. Easier than ordering a pizza. Now back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig, celebrating 47 years on the air.
All right, only one opening on the board on our Open Mega Mic Friday, and just to give you a quick recap of some things I brought up today, and then we'll go back to the phone. Show prep is up to you guys on Fridays, but new CNN poll. CNN is predicting Donald Trump's victory in the presidential election. That just came out last night. I'm not kidding. That's amazing. And Kamala's getting some weird endorsements. Now, of course, yesterday her own husband accused of hitting a woman across the face. Garth Brooks yesterday came out, has been accused of rape. Now, I don't know if Garth Brooks did it or not, but he's been accused of rape. And he played at Kamala's inauguration 4 years ago. Liz Cheney endorsed Kamala yesterday, who is the daughter of a war criminal whose money comes from her father's war crimes. And Bruce Springsteen came out and endorsed Kamala, who wrote this bizarre song about being on fire over a little girl whose daddy is not home. So she's getting some very, very strange endorsements from Kamala Harris that she's getting the last 24 hours. All right, let's go back to our phones. You're on the radio. Oh, I'm on the phone here. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? All right, I'll put them back on hold, okay? You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air. Once. Twice. Oh, I hear the phone moving. What's your name? Where are you calling from? All right. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Beverly from Georgetown, Kentucky.
Beverly in Kentucky. What's up?
I just want to tell everybody my parents was in the flood in Falmouth, Kentucky, and I owned a construction company then, and we went down there. It was unbelievable, Brian. People were cold. It was so cold. They were hungry. The only people that came to help them were churches from all over the United States. And our president and vice president ought to be ashamed of themselves. There are children down there. They don't even have enough places to put these people. They need help. They need propane tanks, grills. They need to be able to eat. If you all don't believe me, look it up. The flood in Falmouth, Kentucky. My stepdad was born and raised there. He didn't believe it would happen. And my mother was so persistent because he lived right downtown, had a 2-story house. She threw a fit and made him take everything he could up to the second floor, which the water came to the very last step of the second floor.
Oh, my goodness.
People lost everything, Brian. When the water goes down, inside those homes, whatever's left of them, it's filled with silt. It looks like dump trucks have came in and just dumped furniture and pudding. It's just soft. It's unbelievable. People should be ashamed. And I seen a video of some young girl who was laughing, thinking this disaster was so funny. God have mercy on her soul, Brian, because she's going to need it. And anybody else that's turning their back on these people that are so desperate right now, Brian. And I love your show. I share it with everyone I can.
Thank you.
Sons in Florida, they listen. They have no choice because I share you every morning.
Well, thank you.
God.
Well, you know, yes, that's right. That's right. You know, the thing about Kamala, see, this is what J.D. Vance was talking about when he was talking about single cat ladies. Kamala has no children. She has no family. She only cares about herself. She's very selfish. So all she cares about is her getting through today. She doesn't care about other people. She has no empathy. She doesn't relate to other people. And she's coming off as an uncaring psychopath with the suffering that's going on in the aftermath of this storm, which was a week ago.
Unbelievable. I mean, I've been seeing videos. I got friends down there. My family come from the mountains down there. You know, it's a tragedy.
Yep.
The Cherokee Indians down there, here they are, forgotten again. I know one. He sits on the council. He graduated high school and went to the Marine Corps. You know, he grew up with my oldest daughter, who's 43 now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love him. You know, it's so sad what our country is doing to our people, Brian. I have the paperwork. My great-grandfather served this country. He had to put my grandmother and her brother in an orphanage while he went because their mother had died when she was 10 years old. What has happened to our country? Both my sons joined the Marine Corps after 9/11 on the same day. Does anyone know what it feels like to have your beautiful 6'4" son put his arms around you before I put him on that plane and say, Mom, if I step on an IED and I'm still alive, I'm going to finish myself off. I'm not going to come home like that for you to have to take care of me because I've had a sick child 30 years.
Oh, my goodness.
And I am now legally blind.
Oh, my goodness. You could, let me tell you, okay, listen, you've had a rough life. It sounds like a country western song. You should get into the songwriting because you've got some stories to tell. But I appreciate your call. But listen, fear not. We're a month away. Trump will win, and America will be back. Oh, my goodness. Whew. She's had a rough life, that lady. You think your life's tough. Kentucky right there has had a tough one. Now, listen, I just checked. This will probably be the last time I'm able to tell you about this, but the $25 extravaganza, I told you it's ending this week. They told me at MyPillow. They did not tell me when. Today's Friday. This is the end of the week. The $25 extravaganza at MyPillow.com is still there right now as I'm speaking, but this could go away at any moment. They said it would be over this week. It is still there. With our promo code Kane, there were huge deals on some of the most popular MyPillow products. The MyPillow Giza pillow, the MyPillow sheets, the MyPillow towel sets, all $25. The MyPillow pet beds, $25, and much, much more with our promo code Kane at checkout. Now, again, the $25 extravaganza is ending this week. It could end before the end of the show. I don't know. But go there and order right now. Also, free shipping on all orders over $75 with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane at MyPillow.com. We'll take our last break of this hour and be right back.
Hard Truth. Delivered morning 6 to 9 right here on.
All right, and it's time to check in with Attorney Barry Siegel from the Siegel Law Group for the final time this week. Attorney Barry Siegel, what do you have for us today?
Yeah, good morning, Brian. What I have this morning is our practice areas are very simple, just three key areas: estate planning, elder law, and probate and trust administration. And a lot of people know what the first and the third one were, estate planning and probate and trust administration. But a lot of people don't know what elder law is. What is elder law? And when I ask people when I speak, do you know what elder law is, I get all kinds of answers And really what it is it's helping people in their retirement or golden years protect their assets during the remaining of their lifetime from the biggest threat they have at that stage in life, and that's the cost of long-term care. And we're talking about long-term care, not short-term. So if you were in the hospital and you had to go to rehab, that's short-term care. We're talking about long-term. If you need care, whether it be at home, at an assisted living facility, or a nursing home, and you're going to continue to need that care, and that cost is not going to go away. In fact, it's probably going to increase, and it's very, very expensive. So the question becomes, how are we going to pay for it? That's what an elder law attorney does, is we help you find government benefits that will help pay for it. And the key thing to understand for anybody listening that may have a loved one or for themselves may have a need either now or in the near future is the biggest problem is that people think either A, it's too good to be true, or B, I have too much in income, I have too much in assets, and I cannot qualify. And that is a big mistake. What I would suggest is that you come in and we can review your situation and find the path for you or your loved one to qualify without having to spend down your assets and go broke. So that's what we do as elder law attorneys. We help people protect their assets so they don't run out of money before they run out.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, I know a lot of people will ask their friends, they don't know what they're talking about. Ask the Siegel Law Group, because it is a no-charge consultation with the Siegel Law Group if you mention you heard Attorney Barry Siegel on the radio. So don't ask your friends, they don't know what they're talking about. The Siegel Law Group, they're experts. In fact, Barry, you have an entire team at the Siegel Law Group that very specifically are experts in this Medicaid planning. So you're talking the top people in the field that know all the ins and outs. Give them a call. No matter where you are in the state of Florida, the Siegel Law Group can help. Toll free, 855-FLA-3782. 855-FLA-3782. And online, SiegelLawGroup.com. All right, Attorney Barry Siegel, we will talk next week. All right, we are back, and the phones are very busy, and it is open phones today. So let's just go back to the phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Thank you.
Hi, Brian.
Thank you, Sherry. Yes.
Hey, this is Lee from Cincinnati, Ohio. I just wanted to say that I love your show.
Thank you.
You, and I listen to you and your wife, and you guys are awesome.
Awesome.
I don't know why anybody would want to vote for Chameleon or Tampon Tim at all. I don't know who would want more of this.
Yeah.
And Trump is awesome, and we need to get out and vote for him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I haven't seen anybody in the media. Everyone's talking about Garth Brooks being accused of rape. I'm not hearing people point out that he played at Kamala's inauguration with Biden 4 years ago. You know, if someone accused of rape had played at Trump's inauguration for him, believe me, you'd be hearing about it in the news. But
to open or do something for Trump last term, he did not.
You got to wonder why. You know, what is it about these guys that are accused of raping women, slapping women, writing creepy songs? Why are these type of men on the Kamala train? You got to wonder.
He's creepy person.
Yeah. All right, hey, listen, appreciate the call from Cincinnati, Ohio. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Joe from Royal Palm.
Hey, Joe.
Good morning. Just people that didn't even think about, like, voting for Democrats. Like, we have 300,000 children missing because of the open border policy, trafficking children. Two, how they could say that anything that Trump did compared to what they've done in the last 4 years was bad. It's just mind-boggling. That you can vote for anybody, the pedophilic stuff, and the web. It's not like one offshoot or this sick person. This is a well-orchestrated machine that's trafficking children across the country, and our government is sponsoring it. The Democratic part of the government.
Yeah.
If anything, they should vote for Trump, just alone on that. If they hate Trump, just that alone should make them vote for him, because he stopped this in 4 years. The numbers went down by the Border Patrol. Everybody's seen it. There's not an argument. And people just have to just wake up and understand that if we want this country back, it needs to be one man running for us. That's it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Questions closed.
Yeah. You don't think the Bruce Springsteen endorsement's going to put her over the edge?
This Cheney one's probably going to put her over the edge. That's the
Oh yeah, that one's great. Ava Braun, the daughter of a war criminal.
Can you imagine they crucified the war criminal that he is, the father, and now he is like glorified by the liberals and the Democrats that called him Hitler and Bush Hitler, which they kind of are with war crimes, and then now they're celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
The upside down world we live in. Everything is inverted.
That's right. Hey, listen, I appreciate the call. Now, I probably should play this off the air, but if I have to hit the dump button, I'll hit the dump button. We did get a celebrity endorsement from an actor who's in two of my favorite movies of all time. Of course, Ghostbusters and Stripes. Bill Murray. Bill Murray, apparently he's voting against Trump. I'm shocked.
He's just such a different character than anyone that's ever been a president of the United States, I think. And I think this is what this vote means, is that the country is dissatisfied with the way that Washington has worked for the last couple of decades. You know, they're lazy and they're about inhibiting the other side. They're not about working together at all. And it's sort of become such a national disgrace, a quiet national disgrace.
Yeah, so Bill Murray's voting for Trump. I love it. Stripes is one of the funniest movies ever made. It never gets old. I've seen that movie 1,000,000 times. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, good morning. This is Richie. Good morning.
Oh, hey, Richie.
Thank God the weekend. I want to address two callers that you had. Greg, real quick, that he called with such trivial crap at this time.
Yeah, exactly.
If my opinion of the board, and this is my opinion out there, the Democrats to me have the right wording. They've got the right wording, but it's not true. When you say you're denying a woman of health care when they're going to get an abortion and they have a perfectly normal pregnancy, they're denying women to have death care because they're killing a baby. It's not health care. If you have a normal pregnancy and you're going to terminate it, that's not health care. It's death care. That's number one. Number two, the guy that called in from Sarasota, Steve, yeah, Trump lost the election. It's obvious because look what's going on in the world. Yes, Steve from Sarasota, you're an idiot if you think you're a total fool. First of all, if he lost, you see who's in the White House, you see who the vice president is, and you see what's going on.
You know what cracks me up is they got these talking points, and I don't know what he thinks he's got when he asks that question. It's a dumb question, isn't it? It's a dumb question.
It's the dumbest question, and I know what he was trying to do to you, and it's a wrong thing to do. He's trying.
You know what some people. Okay, this is what some people do. Okay, it is. People at Mar-a-Lago listen to this program. They're right down the street from us, right? And a lot of times there are people who call in that are trying to soil my and Steve's reputation with the Trump family, they think. So if they can get us to say something critical like Greg with Melania or President Trump, which is never going to happen. I will never disagree with Trump nor criticize Trump. I've been saying this for years. They think that somehow we'll be on the outs with the Trump family or something. That's how weird and psychotic some of these listeners are. These liberals.
Yeah, you're right. Now Kamala, when she first talked about the tragedy that's going on in North Carolina, she went to Asheville, which is 2.5 hours away. You said you've been through the Carolinas. The roads are okay. I like I-95. Okay, you hit that and you got hills. But the Smoky Mountains are the steepest mountains.
Oh my gosh, I've been through the Smoky Mountains so many times. I hate driving through there. I hate it. It's awful.
Well, we ran out of gas. My father and I when I was a kid, we ran out of gas and had to walk about 4 miles in the mountains to get to a gas station. But regardless, I mean, I'm looking at this tragedy, and I was upset with $750. Till a woman called up this morning and said, they're actually denying people because of their income. Are you kidding me? And
you know, I remember when FEMA was set up at the Festival Flea Market about 15 years ago when we got hit by a hurricane, and there was a line of cars like miles long, and I would see Lexus, Escalades, and very expensive cars. They weren't doing background income checks before they gave you whatever they were giving. They were giving people something like that then too, as well as supplies. Now all of a sudden they're doing background checks. How dare they? Especially when they do no background checks on the border jumpers.
I'm driving the bus on 441. This is really. I'm driving the bus on 441. You remember when they were giving away the cheese? Do you remember?
Yeah, the government cheese. Yeah, the government cheese. Yes.
They were giving it away at the old Hollywood Fashion Center. Okay, when it had closed up. And
oh my goodness, the Fashion Center.
41, yeah. Lines on 441, Cadillacs, Lexuses, every amount to get the free cheese.
No, but this is the point. The point we're making here is, in Florida we've had FEMA a lot because we have hurricanes. And this income verification in North Carolina that they're doing is first time I've ever heard of that. You don't have time for that crap. First off, how do you give them you've lost your house? What do you do? How do you give them pay stubs? Or what are they asking for?
First of all, if somebody's lost everything and they're living, actually their home is in the middle of a lake, so they're not even home. Right? They're hungry, they're cold, and everything else, and they got the gall to say, we're going to give you $50 to hold you down. How long does $750, especially when there's nothing open around you, and there's stranded people they haven't found yet. I just got to notice there's over 200 dead. I mean, this is out.
Let's say what's going on here. It's not just that we have incompetent people. That's true, okay, who are uncaring psychopaths running the country, but we also have racists running the country, and they view these people. They view these people in North Carolina as white MAGA people, and they don't think they deserve help. White people have been getting help long enough. That's how they think.
Oh, they said, well, here's the deal. Kamala went to a black community in Asheville. That's who she went to. And she was 2.5 hours away from the Smoky Mountains when she went there. She was talking to a group of black people. That's fine, but that shows you what she's trying to do.
Yeah. All right, Richie, I gotta run, but I do appreciate the call. Now, I want to take a moment to tell you guys about Dr. Appleton and his laser wave pain treatment. Now, today's Friday. If you're in pain, don't start the weekend in pain. Get rid of that pain. Go see Dr. Appleton. Appointments are not necessary, and walk-ins are welcome even on Saturdays. That's tomorrow. His laser wave pain treatment works. It is 100% painless. Painless. That's right. No shots, no injections, no downtime, and it works. He's rid me of pain 5 times. He can do the same for you. Dr. Appleton performs all the laser treatments himself. That's absolutely amazing. Give him a call, all right? 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. And online, AppletonChiro.com. Give him a call and say bye-bye to your pain. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, this is me again. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? All right, there we go. That's probably Liberal Al. That sounds like some childish thing that mental patient would do. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
From West Palm Beach.
Hey, what's up, West Palm?
Hey, how's it going? So I had a Doctors Without Borders donation subscription, pretty much. I was doing like $25 a month for over a year. And I got an email about them doing safe abortions, quotes, overseas.
Safe abortions? When is an abortion safe for the child?
I was like, that's an oxymoron. So, yeah, I canceled that. And if anybody else out there that's pro-life, that's got Doctors Without Borders, yeah, you should probably just cancel it.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I appreciate that. All right, take care. Doctors Without Borders. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Frenchie.
Frenchie. 30. Yes. All right.
With Steve.
He'll be joining us after the top of the hour.
Oh, yeah, it's not 8 o'clock yet. Hey, I'm up here in Stewart. Harry and the Natives, you ever been there?
Harry and the Natives? You know,
Fox News is here this morning.
oh, really? Are they on TV? Are they on TV right now? Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing on the radio? Hey, let's turn on the hey, Mike, can we turn the TV on? Fox and Friends is on. Oh my goodness. Oh gee whiz. Oh my god. Fox and Friends is on. Let's just turn them on. Why are we even on? All right, listen, I'm Brian. It's the Steve Kane Show. 2 hours down, 1 to go. We'll be back right after this.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WIRK 103.1 HD3 Indiantown, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Your home for the Steve Kane Show.
Not this break, but the next break and the bottom hour might be a little long because I have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Michael Maroon from the All Your Cooling Weather Center. Today is Friday, October 4th, 2024, and right now it's 77 degrees outside.
Hey Scott, it's Brian. It's Brian. Hey, okay, we're in a break, but hold, I'm gonna put you on hold, okay? Hold on. Hey, there's a couple. I got to do the call-in with Scott. So, can you cut this one? Can you cut that? Okay, it'll bring us back a minute early. Yeah.
Up to speed on the turnpike north
Yeah.
and south through West Palm. Palm Beach Gardens construction on the Beeline Highway from West Blue Heron Boulevard to North Lake Boulevard. This traffic update is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Steve, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we got Scott coming out. Okay, hold on.
First for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. That's traffic. I'm Dory Don.
Traffic, a service of the Palm Beach Kennel Club. Catch the PBKC Picks live podcast every Wednesday morning starting at 10 a.m. Catch football Sundays at the Paddock Restaurant with a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet and a draft beer for just $25. And get this deal for free by calling 561-683-2222 extension 199. That's great food, drink specials, all the games on over 140 HD TVs and big screens. Every football Sunday in the Paddock. EBKC's upcoming shows include the Pure Zeppelin Experience October 11th, Let It Be November 8th, Jimmy Fallon November 15th and 16th, and Petty Nicks November 22nd. Go to pbkennelclub.com.
Are you feeling safe and secure in your home? Unfortunately, millions of Americans are vulnerable to break-ins every year. But what if you can have peace of mind knowing that your home is protected 24/7? At Sloman's, we understand the importance of home security. That's why we're offering a free home security system with free professional installation. When you use our low-cost central station monitoring, our top-of-the-line systems are designed to detect intruders and alert authorities and give you real-time.
Hey, let me look at those breaks real quick. You said we're going to be long.
So,
Okay, you can take that and that out and that. Take those three out. Yeah. Okay, because I got to do some live spots. What else in the next? You got to leave all those in. Okay. Yeah.
On the air since 1977. It's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, hour number 3 has begun. I'm Brian. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane joining us. Hey, Steve. It is. It is. You know, with inflation, everybody's looking to save money, and we're going to help people do that just in a moment because we've got Scott from Cut My Kilowatts on the line. And hey, how you doing, Scott? Awesome. And Scott, for those that don't know, Scott from Cut My Kilowatts joins us every time, this time every year. and tells people in this audience, and he's been doing this for 15 years, how he can save you money on your electric bill each and every month for the rest of the time that you live in your home with Radiant Barrier. So, Scott, can you tell people what Radiant Barrier is and how it saves them money?
Well, Radiant Barrier is aluminum foil, comes in aluminum foil rolls, kind of like in your kitchen, a very heavy, like a tarp. And I have them cut at 26 inches wide, so they fit perfectly from rafter to rafter. They go on the bottom of your trusses, and basically they reflect all the heat energy from the sun right back out the roof. So the attic literally drops in temperature 30 or 40 degrees, plus the radiant heat wave doesn't come down and beat down on your insulation and heat your insulation up, which ultimately heats up your house. So when you stop that heat gain, I mean, it literally cuts the AC runtime, 30, 40, 50%, which cuts your electric bill 30, 40, 50%.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. And, we've been doing this for 15 years. Right now, this time of the year, end of the season, getting kind of slow for us. We're offering Radiant Barrier at $1 a square foot. And we're offering insulation at $1 a square foot. We also do ductwork, so we can do your complete attic, and we do rat proofing, which we're actually doing a rat proofing job for one of your radio listeners today.
Oh.
He called me up. He was sold on the Radiant Barrier. He wanted to buy it, but I looked up his house, and he had a white roof, and a white reflective roof does the same thing as Radiant Barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Barrier basically converts any house into a white reflective roof. Of course, I didn't sell him the Radiant Barrier because it would have been a waste of his money. So,
yeah,
very happy I was honest because he was going to buy it and he was sold on it. With the installation, he would have seen an improvement. But I treat people like they're my.
Well, and he'll never sell you Radiant Barrier you don't need. Now, I'll tell you this about the rodent problem. Rodents are a big deal with roofs because people have citrus trees in their backyards and they love those. So he's offering Scott at Cut My Kilowatts an incredible discount for our listeners on the Radiant Barrier. I'm going to give you Scott's number right now. It is 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500. That's 954-939-1500. All right, Scott, we will talk next week.
Hey, and I appreciate anyone that's been putting off a project that wants to get it done. They're never going to get it done cheaper than now.
That's for sure. All right, Scott. Have a great weekend. We'll talk next week. Now, big news. We've been talking about this all morning. CNN, this is not a joke. They released what they call their poll of polls yesterday, and CNN is reporting their projection is that Donald Trump will win the Electoral College, which means wins the presidency. That is CNN. So what a great way to, what a great way to lead in to President Trump's return to Butler tomorrow, where that never-Trumper tried to kill him. All right, you want to go to the phones? What do you want to do? All right, our number, 1-888-465-2631. It is open phones on Friday.
Help framing this question.
Oh.
There's such a thing as a top 10 list on the internet or something like that?
Of what?
Of songs.
Of all, well, of course, but...
Well, there's a new song went to number 1 on the internet, honoring Trump.
Oh. I'm not familiar with that song.
Sweeping the internet yesterday.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, okay. It must be good if it's about Trump.
If you knows anything about it, give us a call.
You can ask your Alexa to play it, Steve. If it's the song, all he needs is the title, it'll play it. All right, let's go to. Then you say, Alexa, play The Fighter in it. Well, not on the radio. We can't. But who knows what it's going to. No. But that's how it'll do. All right, let's go to the phones. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. This is Barbara in Baltimore. What a good show.
Thank you.
Jay, I wanted to tomorrow's Butler, and I had hoped to go. That's going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing, I'd like all of us to pray for President Trump, pray for everyone there tomorrow. I won't be able to make it. But I want to talk about Kamala Harris giving all Democrats everything they need to know to vote for Donald Trump. Every single one of the illegal aliens that has a prepaid gift card, payments should be stopped. You know how they do a stop payment when you got lost and stolen?
Yes.
One of those cards should be cut off immediately. I got a text message from a friend of mine who lives in Pooler, Georgia, where a tree is through the roof of her house, and they've had to move into a hotel, and they haven't gotten any kind of help. Now, the lights are on. The lights are on in Pooler, but this is ridiculous.
I mean, let me ask you: Are they illegals?
No.
Are they Ukrainian?
They're Persians.
Well, they're Iranians. Well, maybe they should lead with that when they're calling FEMA. Tell FEMA they're Iranian. They love to give money to Iranians.
Hold up, I said Persians, and they.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
I'm not going to go into history lesson. There's a big difference.
Is there? Okay.
90% of the people that are in Iran, 10% is running the place.
Okay.
Persians. But anyway, that's.
All right, Barbara. Hey, listen, I appreciate the call. I thought Iranians were Persians, but you learn. Okay, let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the radio. Yeah, you're on the air.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm calling from Florida. Carl.
Yes, Carl.
Yeah, I was wondering, I noticed during the debates that the Republicans, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, they always talk about the illegal immigrants and, of course, their fight against the Democrats, but they never mention that the Democrats almost started on the fences.
Well, actually, yeah, I've heard Trump mention it.
I wish they did, and the Democrats are sneaky. Whenever you see the debate, they always come out with the comment, "Oh, me and my husband are gun owners." That's what Feinstein used to say, and she was one of the most vicious people towards gun owners.
But that's why yesterday was a turning point in the race, is because there's one thing about Democrats, you can count on them to push beyond the reasonable position, and that's exactly what they've done. When they turning point in the race is when they decided to give all billions of dollars to immigrants, and they had $750 left over for Americans.
Yeah.
That theme, which is going to be fully explored today by everybody that calls it, it's going to be the theme of the day, and that's going to end Kamala's chances of ever being president.
It does a lot of things. It doesn't just piss people off. It doesn't just piss people off. It scares people, because when in a natural disaster, you don't want to hear, well, FEMA doesn't have any money. We gave it to all the illegals.
People pissed off.
And scared. Because when you're in trouble like that, you expect the government to be able to come in and help your family, and they can't. And you know what? Kamala doesn't care. You look at her. She doesn't even care.
Good case. This is, I mean, she's just doesn't have the qualifications for the job.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
over her head, and she knows it.
Thanks for the call. I wanted to play this clip. You may have seen this, Steve. Sunny Hostin from The View.
No, I haven't.
Oh, my goodness. This is textbook projection. Sunny Hostin on The View went on this rant, I'm going to play it for you, about Melania that was so over the line that Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg even reined her in. It was too far for Whoopi. Too much Trump hate for Whoopi and Joy Behar. Listen. She's talking about Melania. Okay, so she says that Sunny Hostin, she said this on national television. She thinks Melania hates Trump and wants to kill him, is what she said.
This is what you call projection.
Now listen.
Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She
She used to decorate for Christmas every year, and she will for 4 more years.
She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him. Allegedly. And she doesn't. Yeah, how do you know all this? Yeah, how do you know all this? Allegedly. That's why I say.
Yeah, even Joy Behar says, how do you know all this? You're just making crap up. This is Sunny Halston projecting her own thoughts about Trump onto Melania. I mean, my goodness. Yeah, I've done something on the show today, Steve, that I have not done in memory. I don't think something has happened on today's show that I don't think has ever happened any time I've been on the air. And today is the first day that I have not had a cup of coffee here with me. Every day, people don't know. Every day, I tell people I'm addicted to coffee like Hunter Biden's addicted to crack and hookers. Okay, but I don't just get any coffee. I drink espresso, and what I've been drinking for years and years and years. Before the show, I get a big tall cup of coffee, 4 shots of espresso. Then I make another tall coffee with 4 more shots of espresso that I drink during the show. Yeah, I know. And just over a month ago, I started my testosterone treatments at Game Day Men's Health. And this is the first day that I ever remember being on the air and not having coffee in the studio with me. I've cut my coffee consumption back by more than half. It's because I've got my energy back. I'm sitting here. I've got this really cool Trump mug that my wife got me. It's amazing, Steve. I'm drinking water, my angel water, of course, but I'm drinking water, not coffee. And not only have I cut my, which by the way, all that espresso is bad for my heart and blood pressure. I'm here to tell you, well, not anymore, because with my testosterone being restored to the levels it was when I was in my 20s by Game Day Men's Health, I don't need 8 shots of espresso before the end of the show every day. And this is, I've been gradually just, not even trying, it's just been happening, not drinking so much coffee. Yesterday, when the show was over, my second cup, the 4 shots, I just took a few sips of it. And today, it's completely gone. And you can get your life back and your energy back too, guys. Just get your testosterone levels back to the right levels like I've done, and Game Day Men's Health will do that. They'll test your testosterone right there in the office and tell you what your level is. Give them a call right now, 561-355-5341. 561-355-5341. You know how much I'm spending on all that espresso? Oh, boy, it's crazy. Not anymore. 561-355-5341 for Game Day Men's Health. Make sure you tell them I told you about them. We'll be right back.
Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in on the action. Call the Steve Kane Show live on air now. 888-GO-KANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
No, and we'll agree that it is in the best interest of...
That the oldies are back on the radio right after 10 this morning, right here on South Florida's True Oldies Channel.
Hey there, it's Brian Craig. You've heard me tell you about how Dr. Appleton has rid me of pain.
Proactive, the things that the federal government did and its response. The sentiment, according to my colleagues on the ground from people, is that the federal government is not doing enough to help. Where are they? Where is the help? What is your message to those people?
I would say the following, that we are there and we will continue to be there, and we will reach the most difficult to access locations. We are
He's wonderful, and I highly recommend him, and I thank you so much for the recommendation. I'm very grateful.
Call Dr. Appleton right now and say bye-bye to your pain, too. 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. Online, AppletonCairo.com.
Talk about amazing kielbasa. Crocus Deli in North Lauderdale is a must if you love Polish food. They have a variety of Polish sausage, bacons, Polish cheeses, ham and pork loins, even Polish hot dogs. Crocus Deli has such amazing homemade foods like goulash, pork and bacon, homemade soups, and Crocus Deli. The bakery is out of this world. Stop by for delicious Polish food. CrocusDeliFL.com for directions or call 954-722-8006.
When it comes to dental work, there's no one better than Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental. But don't just take my word for it. This is Richie the bus driver. He called in on the air to share his experience with Dr. Gupta.
You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Richie, Dr. Gupta. I go 139 miles to this guy. I had a broken tooth. He fixed it. It was supposed to be temporary. It lasted 2 years. He put dentures in my mouth that are a lot cheaper than anybody else. And he's excellent and no pain. I recommend this guy. To me, he's the best ever. So I want to get that out of the way.
Listen to Richie the bus driver. Go see Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental. 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633.
Now back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Listen in the Palm Beaches on 95.9 FM, the Treasure Coast on 106.9 FM, hear us in Boca on 95.3 FM, on 96.9 FM.
All right, we're back. I'm Brian. Steve is here. So listen to this, Steve. So FEMA's out of money. They have no more money to help American people in North Carolina. FEMA, see, they've gotten caught with a crime. They've turned FEMA into a slush fund, which is against the law. They have used $941 million of FEMA money on resettling the illegals around the country. And by the way, that would include those Venezuelan gangs that are taking over the apartment buildings in Aurora, Colorado. That's a crime. And when Trump's back, that's going to get investigated. And Mayorkas is in a lot of trouble.
Be the main topic of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They bring it up.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's go.
Unsurvivable.
You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
That's right.
That is correct. Yes, that's right. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, this is no doubt in my mind that I haven't heard his voice, but no doubt in my mind that's Liberal Al. He's going through an episode.
Why do we waste our time with
Well, Steve, it's screenless. I don't know who's on the phone until I click it on the air. How am I supposed to know? So, you know, but he's been doing this throughout the day. He's putting the phone up to the radio. I mean, that's your average Democrat. They've given up, Steve. We're doing so well. Now, I got a question. Let me pull this up. I played this at the top of the show, but I want to play it again. You know, Kamala, she's got a lot of great people around her. Garth Brooks, accused of rape, played at her inauguration 4 years ago. Her husband is, of course, endorsing her, and he is accused of slapping a woman. Now, he says he didn't do it. Oh, okay. I thought women were to be believed. But now it's over, Steve. It's over. She's got Bruce Springsteen. And Bruce Springsteen, who I think is one of the most overrated talent, the most overrated singers of all time. I really mean that. I never liked Springsteen, even before he got political. I never understood it. I mean, I know everybody liked to say born in the USA because that was patriotic and Reagan was president. But he's a creep. And I was going through some of his lyrics earlier that show what a weirdo creep he is. But I'm going to play his endorsement for those that have not yet heard it. They took Bruce Springsteen, who it looks like he's been embalmed. I mean, and he can't even hardly say his own name, Steve. Listen, this is the endorsement of Bruce Springsteen.
Hi, I'm Bruce Springsteen. Friends, fans, and the press have asked me who I'm supporting in this most important of elections. And with full knowledge of my opinions, no more or less important than those of any of my fellow citizens, here's my answer.
Okay, and I love this. His opinion, the fact that he tells everybody that his opinion is no more important than anyone else's means that he thinks his opinion is more important, okay, than anybody else's. But I mean, listen to the way he's talking. What a self-inflated. Yeah, oh yeah. Do you think? Yes. Yes.
It will make sense now.
Well, that would explain the endorsement. You know, I heard yesterday that he sold his music catalog for $500 million. I wonder if he took the Trump tax cuts on all that $500 million that came in. And his catalog, how many Bruce Springsteen songs can you name? I'm on Fire, Born in the USA, Dancing in the Dark, and now I'm out of Springsteen songs. right? I mean, how, what, I mean, how valuable is that catalog? Oh, my goodness.
Less important than those of any of my fellow citizens. Here's my answer. I'm supporting Kamala Harris for president and Tim Walz for vice president, and opposing Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Here's why. We are shortly coming upon one of the most consequential elections in our nation's history. Perhaps not since the Civil War has this great country felt as politically, spiritually, and emotionally divided as it does then at this moment.
Really, Steve, this was before my time. I was not yet born. But in the 60s, the 60s. I wasn't here for the 60s. But in the 60s, they killed the Kennedys. They killed Martin Luther King. They were protesting from sea to shining sea. It seems like there was a lot of division going on there, but Springsteen was probably high during the 60s and forgotten it.
Doesn't have to be this way. The common values, the shared stories that make us a great and united nation are waiting to be rediscovered and retold once again. That will take time, hard work, intelligence, faith, and women and men with the national good guiding their hearts.
The arrogance of the left, the left, they think that they represent the common good, and therefore we must bend a knee to them because they represent what's best for all, the common good. I think, was it Lenin that said that? Stalin?
America's the most powerful nation on earth, not just because of her overwhelming military strength or economic power, but because of what she stands for, what she means, what she believes in. Freedom, social justice, equal opportunity, the right to be and love who you want.
Okay, now I love this. This is my favorite line. The right to be and love who you want. That's great. He's reading off a teleprompter. That's what he said. The right to be and love who you want. You okay, Steve? You okay? Oh, my goodness.
Exactly right. He was reading off the teleprompter.
Yeah, he can't even read.
Social justice.
Social justice. That's going to get them, all that left-wing wackadoodle stuff.
Believes in freedom, social justice, equal opportunity, the right to be and love who you want.
The right to be and love who you want. That's why I'm endorsing Kamala Harris. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's lean on Springsteen to decide who should run America. Oh my goodness. I'd like to ask Bruce Springsteen, one, did you take those Trump tax cuts, right? On the sale of your music catalog? And what are your thoughts on Kamala Harris raising your taxes and allowing those tax cuts to expire? But I first might want to ask him, are you drunk or high? Because I think he might be both. Yeah. Oh, boy. But, hey, Steve, his opinion doesn't matter any more than any other American's opinion. Yeah, he's got to tell you that. Okay, if you're on hold, hang in there. We're going to take our break for the bottom and be right back. Oh, or no, we're not going to be right back. I got to vamp, Steve. So let's take a call. Oh, vamp. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse.
Jesse, yeah, from Texas.
Hey.
So, I know this is open mic, so I want to bring up two things. One is I walk every day when I'm listening to you, and that may be sort of communication problems, but yesterday someone drove right into me and knocked me over. The police said that was fine, and I fell over in the middle of the road. And
Wait a minute. Who knocked you over?
The car was, on the left side.
You were hit by a car while you were listening to this show yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, my.
And the police said, no big deal. Okay.
No big deal. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no big deal, and I'm not a pay. Number two, I've been worried about this one house. So I talked to this guy, and because of what they're doing and how they're putting up stuff, so I asked him, where are you from? And because he couldn't speak Mexican and Spanish.
He couldn't speak Mexican. Okay.
He said Honduras.
Honduras.
Said, yeah, and I said, well, how did you get here? He goes, I have family here. And I'm thinking, well, the fence that you're putting up is illegal. So, what's going on here?
Wait a minute. You got hit by a car, Cops said it was no big deal, and then you saw a man from Honduras building a fence?
It's been like one of these houses I've been watching because of how they have been building fences and and I've been worried about it. He couldn't speak Spanish, like the Tex-Mex.
Well, listen, I want to tell. Have you been to the hospital? Go. You haven't gone to the hospital? Go to the hospital. You need to get checked out, and you could have a head injury. All right, take care. Go to the hospital. You got hit by a car walking down the street. Go to the hospital. Okay. All right. We'll take our break and be right back.
Making morning radio great again. I think you're gonna really love it. It's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
If you're on hold, hang in there.
In both Democratic and Republican administration.
Personal interest.
You were part of a group of national security professionals, people who've served in both Democratic and Republican administrations, who signed on based to a letter to the American people, addressed to the American people, about why Donald Trump should not be president. This is a letter unlike anything we've ever seen before in our political history. There has been so much overlap, in fact, since World War II, between the parties on foreign policy that there was never a situation in which Republican foreign policy or national security experts
is a fundamental.
Mr. President.
Okay.
What are the states in the storm zone? What do they need after what you saw today?
Oh, in the storm zone?
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering what storm you're talking about.
Ever was short of workers?
Just to their wives, but
so a friend I have from middle school just messaged me saying, "Hey bro, random question, do you do the weather on the radio?"
Oh, he heard you?
And I'm like, "Oh, he listens." I'm like, "Oh, it's crazy."
That's funny.
You know,
Small world.
Small world.
Problem. But what are those solutions? The solution includes putting resources at the border.
Because Friendly Tire doesn't charge you to balance the tire or mount the tire. They have thousands of used tires in stock too, starting at just $30. Call for a quote right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445.
All right. Every line on the board is lit. It is open phones on Friday. You back with us, Steve? I think we lost Steve. Okay, well, let me know when you're back. Okay, let's go. Every line on the board is lit. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is JJ from Matt.
Hey, JJ.
Yeah, I was thinking about, quite frankly, Beverly from Kentucky, and
Oh, it was awful.
it was pretty moving. And I've got some friends in western North Carolina, up past west of Gastonia, and it's horrific. And these people, which are, if people don't understand, it's basically all red states, and they're being left behind by our own government, by Democrats. Okay, this no spine, Timmy, no spine leaving behind.
Mm-hmm.
For the Democrat Party, and Kamala and Biden leaving them. This is their modus operandi. They leave Americans behind in Afghanistan. They leave hostages behind in Gaza. They leave Americans behind in our own damn country.
Mm-hmm.
These people have to be stopped.
Now, what do you think? Now, Biden. Now, slow down on this, because Biden has an excuse. I mean, he's got Alzheimer's. I mean, yesterday they asked him about the storm. He says, "What storm?" But Kamala is a bird brain, but coherent. How do you think Kamala processes all this? Does she think she's helping North Carolina? Is she that?
If she were, I think it just goes to her stupidity. Because if she would have been the heroine, she would have bought the votes somehow and tried to at least look like she was. I mean, this could have been somewhat of a saving grace for her, but instead she's like dribbled down on stupidity.
Yeah.
But this is our government. This is the Democrat Party of pain.
Mm-hmm.
Of pain. This is what they.
Well, I'll tell you what part of it is too. Okay, part of it is when it's FEMA money, they can't take their 10% off the top like they can with Ukraine. There's a lot of that too. Listen, I got a great call. Thanks so much. All right, you back with us, Steve? You back with us? Okay, we lost you. Okay, let's go. Only one opening on the board. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Ryan.
Okay, good. He confessed. Didn't I tell you that was him? I confess. Oh, my goodness. Yes. You're on the... I told you that was Liberal Al. Didn't I tell you? I knew his signature by that. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, gentlemen. Great show, of course. Wish I could chat with you for an hour, but the hour or so.
Yes.
I'll start off mentioning what the last caller said. That was my thoughts exactly. If Kamala Harris had a half a brain, she could have been a hero, go in there and use it politically for herself, even though that's not who she is, and take care of those victims in Kentucky. But she's not, and they don't care. Exactly. You know, way out of her league. But you think somebody in her staff or somebody in her entourage?
A bunch of DEI hires. Okay, listen. The thing with Kamala. When I saw about this to Steve yesterday, when she came out at FEMA and says, "I've been briefed." Well, I've been briefed. What does that mean? She watched a news break on TV, And when she said, "I've been briefed," she is so stupid. She actually thinks she's done something. She thinks because she's the first woman she thinks she's going to be the first female president. She thinks that's enough, right? She thinks she's a historical, like Hillary Clinton, thinks that she is a historical figure that people are helped with just by her presence. She really believes that. Oh, she's scared. She's scared of it. I think you're probably right. There was, you ever watch, my favorite one of the airport movies is Airport 75, when the guys get sucked out of the cockpit. And the flight, remember that? The Eric Estrada and one of the other pilots, they're out the window. The flight attendant goes into the cockpit, and she sees all those controls, and she's like scared to death. Help me, what can I do? And they have to lower Charlton Heston down from the helicopter. Remember that? That's how Kamala Harris is. She's in the cockpit of the 747. The pilots have been sucked out of the window, and she can't fly the plane, and she's terrified. I think you're right, Steve. Being president's not an easy thing. There's a lot of responsibility.
100%. And she hasn't even been groomed on the way up to Senate and everything else.
Well, she's been groomed, but in other ways.
Yeah, exactly. She hasn't even been trained or been able to. They have used her for zero as vice president. Mm-hmm. She can't even step into any of those roles. But real quick, you mentioned Stripes, and that,
I love Stripes.
Because, I value a good movie by how many times you can watch it from beginning to end and still be funny. But how would you like Stripes 2, the new movie now regarding these politically correct?
Could you imagine?
Biden and Harrison's.
Could you imagine?
Since they took away Don't Ask, Don't Tell and all the other issues surrounding that. What a funny movie that could be.
Oh, my goodness. That movie, that's one of the few movies I've bought, Stripes. That movie never gets old. It would be, if it weren't for Airplane, it'd be the funniest movie ever. My favorite, one of my favorite lines is the guy that, he was one of the detectives in Miami Vice, John Deal. He's the dummy. And they're all sitting around in the barracks talking about why they joined the Army. And he says, well, I figured if I better enlist before I get drafted. He thought there was still a draft. That was pretty funny. All right. It's pretty funny. All right. Sergeant Hulkesser. All right. Take care. Appreciate the call. I want to tell you about this incredible limited time offer from Sloman's with the free doorbell camera offer with the customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. This doorbell camera will change your life. It'll make you and your home safer, but it's also a great convenience. The doorbell camera connects directly to your cell phone. You get a notification anytime there's movement at your door. Sloman's, they're also going to give you this is really an amazing offer, guys, and you want to take advantage of this. They're also going to give you an LED touchscreen, a motion detector, 10 contacts, a lifetime warranty, and a backup battery, as well as a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman's Shield when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. It'll change your life, it'll make you safer, and you will love it. Give them a call right now, 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050. That's 1-833-283-5050. All right, we'll be back right after this. All right, and it's time for the final gold and precious metals report of the week. On the line from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated in Boca, we have William Youngerman. William Youngerman, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, Brian?
Great. How are the metals ending the week?
Metals are right now down on the jobs report. Unemployment at 4.1%, and the markets yesterday trading in a range on gold from 26.38 all the way up to 26.65, closing out the day down $3 at $2,655.50 the ounce. Silver gained at 19 cents, closing out the day at $31.99. Platinum was down $16 at $9.92, as was palladium, also closing at $9.92. Overnight, we saw gold trade in a range of $2,637 on the low to $2,668 on the high, and currently at $2,644.50. That's down $11. The silver is down 14 cents at $31.85. Platinum is up $3 at $9.95, and palladium is unchanged at $9.92.
Mm-hmm.
So the markets are stable, and trading in this range we've seen support right around these numbers.
Absolutely, and when metals are down, that's a good thing, because that means there's a sale going on, and you can get some metals at a better price, and it's a good thing. So give William Youngman a call. He opens up at 10 a.m. His number 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010, or stop in. And if you can stop in, you should, because William Youngerman's shop is really a museum, as you'll know as soon as you walk inside. All these beautiful metals that William Youngerman talks about and many more are on display, and it's beautiful. His address is 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca, on the first floor of the Bank of America building, just east of US 1 Federal Highway, on the south side of Palmetto Park Road, on the first floor of the Bank of America building. All right, William Youngman, we'll talk on Monday. All right, we are back, and the phones are ringing off the hook, Steve. So yeah. Which information? Yeah. Well, no, it's not me. CNN, CNN, they call it their poll of polls. They are projecting Donald Trump will win the Electoral College. That's CNN. They give you odds. Okay, I can pull it up. Hold on. Well, there's not a lot of detail. Steve, they were so upset. Okay, they don't want to. They couldn't go through the details. Okay, but they gave us this. This is CNN. They give the probability of winning the Electoral College. Donald Trump has a 68.4% chance of winning the Electoral College. Kamala a 30.9% chance. So CNN has projected Donald Trump as the winner of the Electoral College. And in fact, Steve, the popular vote, according to CNN. And the popular vote includes California and Oregon and Washington State and all that. In the CNN poll, the national poll, Kamala is only 1 point ahead in the national for the popular vote, the national poll. But Trump is predicted to win the whole Electoral College by CNN, which is a month before the election. CNN projecting a Republican winner of a presidential election. That's never happened before. I promise you that has never happened before. That's huge, huge, huge. All right. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm Stripes. You forgot to mention Caddyshack, by the way.
You say that about Caddyshack, and I had not seen Caddyshack since I was a kid, and I went to watch it recently, and boring. Caddyshack does not hold up. When's the last time you've seen it?
Animal House?
That does not hold up. No. When's the last time you saw it? Go watch. Animal House is not Caddyshack. I wouldn't say the same about Animal House, but go and watch Caddyshack and then tell me it holds up and is funny.
Did you know John Deal was the backup team in Miami Vice? John Deal went on to be in Miami Vice. Remember that?
Well, if you heard me, when I was talking to him, I said the guy in Stripes, John Deal, who was in Miami Vice, yes, I said that, and he was also in Stargate, the movie with Kurt Russell. All right, take care. Yeah, no, John Deal. You're on the air. You're on the air.
Eric in Alabama.
Hey, Alabama, what's up?
Hey, Steve. Hey, Brian. Just wanted to add something about Bruce Springsteen. Yeah.
Yes.
That is a creepy song. I've been thinking that for years since that thing that I'm on fire.
Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? I got a desire. Oh yeah. That's a creepy song. Yes.
I'm a musician, and I've had requests for that song. I say, oh hell no. Excuse my language, but no, I'm not going to play that song for you. Am I still on?
Yes.
I mean, you didn't dump me. Okay, good.
No,
he's and endorsing Kamala Harris. I mean, that is a pedo song. There's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's.
I mean, I go. You know, let me read just the beginning of the lyrics. Okay, this is Bruce Springsteen. His "I'm on Fire," and when I first heard that, when this song came out, I was 13, and even then, even then, I knew it was creepy. Here's the lyrics. My reading will be better than yours. Okay, here is Bruce Springsteen. You know, Bruce Springsteen is so inarticulate. I don't think people understand the lyrics of his songs because as I said earlier, to me when he sings, it sounds like he's straining to go to the bathroom. But here's the lyrics to "I'm on Fire" by the man who just endorsed Kamala Harris yesterday, Bruce Springsteen. Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go away and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? And can he do to you the things that I do? I mean, what the hell is that, Bruce Springsteen? What the heck?
And another point, he was supposed to play at Hillary Clinton's basically inauguration, vote night.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Bruce Springsteen and Bon Jovi were on the airplane with Hillary Clinton to her big celebration, and John Podesta,
Well, I don't know about that, but let's just stick to what we know. Let's not go through your list of people. All right, let's go. We're running out of time, so we're gonna go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Bob from Jupiter.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, I got a real quick. I got a different take than you guys. I think the whole thing for me is when she talks about equity. This is just a redistribution of wealth. That it's an opportunity to redistribute the wealth. I've seen it. I've seen it in the Bahamas. It's exactly the same way. In the Bahamas, when they get hit with Hurricane Dorian, the people who needed the most help, well, yeah, but they had the most money. So we need to take that money, and it needs to go to other places that weren't hit and that weren't even affected by the storm. See, it's the same thing. Now we get all this money, and we can redistribute it to other places. So everybody can be fair and equal. This is an opportunity for them. They're not looking at.
Yeah, she wants people to die. She wants people to die to undo the wrongs of slavery. Meanwhile, she's a descendant of a slave owner, right, in Jamaica. So maybe she has a debt to pay.
She's looking at it as an opportunity. So when everybody says she doesn't understand or she doesn't know, but no, she's looking at it a different way. She's looking at, and her people, the same way.
See, I think you're giving her too much credit. I think Steve's right. I think she's just a bird brain. She doesn't know what the hell to do.
Could be.
Yeah, if you're picking out matching shoes for an outfit, she's your gal. She got all the answers. But anything heavier than that, All right, take care. Take care. Yeah. All right, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bruce from Lake Worth.
Hey.
I want to issue a challenge to Bruce Springsteen. Hey, Bruce, since the person that you're endorsing isn't giving any money to the flood victims, why don't you give some money? Trump gave $25 million. Why don't you give some of that money from all your songs? Or why don't you hold a concert and put together a concert so that people can have some money?
Yes.
Help them out.
He's just a man whose opinion doesn't matter any more than any other American, he says. That's why he's got to tell you. What a jerk.
He's such a jerk. He needs to put on his big boy.
Now, let me ask you this. Because I don't think that's your kind of music, Steve. You're not into 80s rock and roll, are you? No. But you may be. I'm into 80s music. That was my, era. I always thought he sucked, even before the politics. Do you agree? I mean, is he like one of the most overrated rockers ever?
I actually bought the Born to Run album, which wasn't that.
Oh my goodness, Born to. What are the songs on? What else is on Born to Run? What are the tracks on that?
I haven't listened to that album in 30 years.
Yeah, I see. The albums I buy, I can tell you what's on the flip side, man. That tells you bought it because it was popular. You bought it because it was popular. I would say now. I'll get Steve aggravated about this. Bruce Springsteen sounds like he's going to the bathroom and straining to do it. The other overrated singer in America is Bob Dylan, who sounds like a kazoo. He sounds like a kazoo when he sings.
Definitely.
He's a good writer. He's a great writer, but his singing, he sounds like a kazoo.
Yeah, he's overrated as can be. Terrible.
Yeah. If everybody wasn't high in the 60s, he would not have been popular. Everyone was high. All right, take care, man. All right, take care. You're on the air. What's your name? I just wanted to get Steve aggravated. You're on the air.
Shirley, I think it's disgusting that 750, what an insult, after they gave all that money to Ukraine and to illegal immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
To the face. I'm going to tell you, North Carolina, a lot of it got hit was in Libtard area. Asheville is a very Libtard.
Ask yourself this: put yourself in her shoes.
Kamala.
Starting today, people are expecting a homeless
yes.
Of dead bodies in the river and all this stuff.
Disgusting.
Standing in line, starving to death, babies. How is she going to deal with that? She doesn't know how.
Yeah. Steve, don't you understand? She's a member of one of the Divine Nine black sororities. You got to understand this. Yeah, hey, listen, Shirley, you made some good points. Shirley has a lot to say, but we don't have a lot of time left. But I thank you for your call. But I agree with you. She's just stupid. She's over her head, and she's terrified. She doesn't know. Hey. I get it. I wouldn't want the weight of the presidency on my shoulders either. Exactly. Anywhere. Now, I want to ask you guys in the audience this question. Are you and your family drinking toxic water? You very well may. You want to call Angel Water. Rocky will come out and test your water at no charge like he did with me. And I was really shocked at what he found. In fact, my wife wasn't there when he did the testing, and I said, "Hey, Rocky," I said, "can I not share these results to my wife until you come back and test my water after the Angel water filtration system has been installed?" So we'll give her the good news first, and then show my wife what we've been drinking and showering with. And he said, "Okay, you want to call Angel Water, okay? They'll test your water." And you, like me, I think will be shocked at what you find you've been drinking. Not only will you be healthier, it'll save you money because you won't be buying bottled water anymore. In fact, right now, in place of my coffee, the water I'm drinking is the Angel Water. And I'm here to tell you, because some people have asked me, what's it taste like? And I tell them, the water I'm drinking right now came out of my tap. And all the water that comes into my house before it enters my home goes through the Angel water filtration system. This water tastes like Fiji water, which is that very expensive bottled water. It tastes like Fiji water. That's how good the water is coming out of the tap in my sink. And, of course, all the water in my home is filtered before it enters the home. That includes my washing machine, my dishwasher, my ice maker, the water machine on my refrigerator, the bathtubs, the showers, even the toilets and all the sinks, all filtered before it even enters the house. You will love it. The water is healthy. It tastes great. The other day, my wife and I, we unloaded the dishwasher for the first time since we had washed them with the Angel Water. I've never felt the dishes so clean in my life. Give them a call, okay? The Angel Water filtration system will get rid of all those forever chemicals, which are the most dangerous thing in our water right now. And that's not me or Angel Water saying that. That is the EPA. And they've got an incredible offer. For listeners of our radio station, Angel Water is going to give you a free under-the-sink reverse osmosis system. I have this system with the purchase of a whole house refiner. And I have that whole house refiner. That's what filters all the water before it enters my house. And also, they're going to give you 12 months no interest financing, and there's no prepayment penalty either. So here's the number, 561-899-6585. 561-899-6585. That's 561-899-6585 for Angel Water. All right, listen, we're out of time for today. If you're on hold, stand by. We will be back Monday morning at 6 a.m., and you'll be first in line if you remain on hold until then. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane, of course, has been here. This is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. And I'll tell you, Steve, we're ending the week on a high note with CNN projecting Donald Trump winning the presidency. That is huge. A month out, CNN's never done something like this. I'm sure there's a lot of pressure for them to walk that back. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve is here. I'm Brian Craig. Take care. We'll see you Monday, 6 a.m. Now, guys, don't forget to order your copy of Robert Allen Miltenberg's The Sound of Light on Amazon, okay? And there's a link in the description of the video. Order your copy. It's free on Kindle Unlimited, all right? All right, I'm out of time. I got to get out of the way here, but